This is the Gore Club Podcast with Steve Vessel, Ace, and Deathmetal Dave.
Who was that guy who
Oh, fuck, man. Yeah, don't mess with my Zodiac. No, I mean, that's a fucking crazy unsolved thing that in today's technology we should already have figured out, man. It's just a push button, right? Just a click away.
No, Steve, because like in the 70s, like you could say fly to Chicago and just murder somebody and then go have some McDonald's.
Or do it beforehand.
Get your McDouble and then get back on your plane and fly home.
Yeah, there's no record.
There's no record.
It's great.
It's fucked up.
It's the 70s.
It's the 70s.
I was there.
You were.
Oh, fuck off. Oh,
Hey,
How were the 70s, Steve?
I don't know. I had some kick-ass clothes. I had a Ben Cooper costume. Neither one of you probably did, fuckers.
no, we were cool.
Envy me.
I didn't. I just had a trash bag, and I was a California raisin.
Is that fucking true?
That's true.
You're a guy. I'm not going to talk about your parents on this show, but we just kind of did.
I mean, I used to try to make my own costumes, and like I remember one time I made a werewolf costume. Now I didn't make the mask because I was like fucking 9 or something like that. And what I did is I went to Walmart and got some of those fake furs, and I just I stole one of my dad's. I stole one of my dad's button-up flannel shirts, and I just stuffed it full of fur. So it looked like I had
that's awesome.
these
though.
big furry boobs.
Yeah, they're chesticles, man.
They're chesticles. But I did that for like we had a haunted house, and it was like 5th grade. So how old are you supposed to be in 5th grade? I don't fucking know.
You're no, it's like the fucking
11.
Yeah, was it 11? Well, maybe I was 11. At the
I was
time.
fucking in the
I don't know. But I remember we had this little haunted house, and like they'd send the 1st graders through, and that'd scare the shit out of those kids. I made one of them pee himself.
That's dude. Yeah, you didn't even get paid for it.
No, man. And then I was like, I really like this. This is scary stuff.
Halloween memories.
Yeah, man.
The first costume I remember actually being a part of, like, you know, when your parents were like, yeah, you can help this year. You're like, fuck yeah, I want to be Jason Voorhees. And mom was like, I have failed.
Yeah.
I have totally failed as a fucking parent.
And all she heard was Raggedy Andy.
Yeah.
No, it was great. We went to Airway or Zare. This is before it was like Target, and we got like one of those sock masks. Like they were like it was a brand new kind of like thing where they screen printed like a devil or a skull or something else. And I was trying to get this flesh colored sock mask, and all they had was the devil. So I was redheaded Jason, technically red-headed on my skull but I had a kick-ass hockey mask.
So Raggedy Andy?
Fuck you, man.
Little Raggedy Steve.
Raggedy Voorhees. Oh, man. Hey.
I had the Walmart Jason mask, which wasn't even that. It was just a plain hockey mask.
Yeah.
That glue in the dark.
Those are cool though. Like there are certain kinds that they made them really well, and then after a while they started getting like this weird oval shape, funky side. I don't know. Like what did he do? Just stuff
I don't
his
know
own
why
mask?
they did that. That was weird.
That's ridiculous.
It's like they turned it over.
Yeah, I know. It just got wider, and like the holes got square,
Yeah. Weird.
like the part 5.
So he could smoke in it. Yeah, take his mask. You just stick it through the square hole.
Well, fuck yeah! This is our Halloween episode, and welcome to the Gore Club Podcast, everyone. I'm Steve Vessel,
Deathmetal Dave.
I'm Ace.
and tonight we're going to go over one of our favorite Halloween movies, Night of the Demons.
Night of the Demons.
But before that, what did we get into this last couple of weeks? So did you watch anything? Did you watch Malignant? Are you excited about the Halloween movie coming up? Did you watch anything shitty on Netflix or Tubi or?
I've watched a lot of stuff. And I watched Malignant.
Malignant.
Oh yeah, and you did not like it, correct?
It's not that I didn't like it. Here's my problem with it.
Okay, Dave.
All right, so James Wan just did this movie and just did whatever the fuck he wanted to do. He walked in there and said, "Hey guys, I'm gonna make a horror film in the vein of Evil Dead." Well, that's how it's gonna start, and then it's gonna go into one of my scary ghost stories, and then we're going full fucking John Wick. Who's with me? And people are just pulling out their checkbooks, just writing them as fast as they could. They're like, "Just take our fucking money." It's weird, like. The movie has no direction. It's so many different styles. And it's, the beginning I was really into it. And then like 35, 40 minutes in, I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
It lost me. Like the beginning of it, I was kind of like, okay, this is going to be like another run-of-the-mill, like 2000s horror movie. And then like at the middle of it, I just started getting real bored. And then it turned into like, spoiler alert, he's like the backwards man from Freddy Got Fingered, where he's like backwards man.
Oh, I wondered what that is.
And then I was like, oh, this is the greatest movie ever.
And all the parkour. He did a lot of parkour, Steve.
Yeah. So you're trying to say he's like the Zack Snyder of horror right now? They're just going to give him money.
He's the George Lucas of horror. Like, like if you're a fan of Star Wars and you saw the was it episode 2 or well, it was episode 3.
Just name it. I don't even know what
it was the one. It was the one with the shitty diner scene. There's a special feature.
Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, in Attack of the Clones. There's a special feature where George Lucas is talking about we're gonna have this '50s diner and it's gonna be awesome. And like everybody's just like staring at him like what the fuck, and nobody will say anything. Nobody will say, well, that's the dumbest fucking thing I've heard all day.
Yeah, it's pretty
you know
bad
why?
scene.
Because he's George Lucas.
And it was
like, you ever seen the Into Spaceballs?
Oh my! But that looks better than the Attack of the Clones diner scene.
But that's what I equate it to. Like he does whatever he wants, and it's not that the movie was complete. I've seen worse. I've seen way worse, but it just didn't do anything for me.
There's like there's a lot of technical medical jargon in the movie, but I'm pretty sure whenever they're like, we took out part of the brain, but then we just kind of pushed the rest of it back in there. And they're like, it's like, is that a medical term? You just push the rest of the fetus back into the skull.
Yeah.
I was like, God, this is great.
But I did watch some good stuff. I'm watching Squid Game right now.
What's
that?
It's a
Netflix series. It's a Korean series. It's hard to. Basically, people are playing games to win money, but if you lose, you get eliminated.
Is there any tentacle porn involved?
No, not. I'm only on episode 7 of 9. So
the hentai episode comes later.
Yeah,
but if you get eliminated, you die. And it's weird. It's sort of like think of it like this: if Jigsaw was like, "Do you want to play a game?" and you're like, "Yeah," and then a bunch of people died, and they're like, "No, fuck this, we don't want to play," and he's like, "Okay," because people can leave at any time.
What the fuck? But wait, I saw the trailer for this.
It's actually, I don't really want to spoil too much, but it's really cool. I am enjoying it. I can't wait for the American remake because it's
directed by James Wan.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want it to happen, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, I saw the trailer of that, and it reminded me of like a battle royale, basically television show.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, there's no television involved.
Well, I meant like the show.
Oh,
it's a series, correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I meant. Not the show. Like
9 parts. I don't know. I hope it wraps it up. I hope it's not like one of those fucking things where it's just like ends and it's like check back next season. I don't want that.
Well, with Japanese
same
television,
Squid channel,
right? With Japanese, they will just end something after a while, and then they'll pick it up 4 years later. That's just how it is.
Oh, great! I'm glad I know this now.
Yeah.
Nobody told me this before. I
used to really be into like Asian cinema, especially in the '90s, because that's what you had. American shit was awful for the most part. So I really got into Japanese cinema and television, and that's when I started realizing like how much comes from manga and how like their comic book series over there, and how they structure their television. And I was like, man, it's really fucking. I would drive me insane. That's why these shows are all about death.
Yeah,
and everybody's fucking wanting to kill each other.
Yeah,
too many cliffhangers.
Yeah, and they don't care about like continuity. A lot of the times, it seems like this to me doesn't seem like it. That's the way that I understand how my shows and my movies work. People complain about like, oh, that doesn't make sense from part 1 to part 3, and you're like, fuck, have you seen this show that you probably know that's ripped off from another show from Japan, or Korea, or the Philippines? There's so many fantastic movies and shows that have come from this, and the filmmakers are amazing. So I'm excited because I saw that and I was like, oh, it's like Battle Royale, but it's going to be like a television show. And you made it sound way better.
Yeah,
I like Battle Royale.
I only started watching it
because
because I saw some pretty funny memes, and I was like, "What is this from?" And I was like, "Squid Game. That looks interesting. Let's just watch it."
I did finally watch the movie you were talking about, our gore-filled fuck movie from last episode.
Jaws episode.
I finally watched that movie.
Dave's gore-filled fuck rant.
The new Suicide Squad.
Yeah, man, that movie's great.
Yeah, it was great. I liked it.
It's so good.
Yeah. It was a lot more like violent than I figured it would
what
be.
I said. Like,
Yeah.
King Shark just fucking eats people.
Yeah. The other James
Yeah.
of horror is James Gunn, and I wish he would go back to making, like, just give one more horror film. Like, really hardcore, Slither-esque movie like that. I
Yeah.
mean, Slither is the shit.
He may one day. Who knows? But he's making that Disney money. The mouse is paying him. Let him make his money.
I want him to get to James Wan territory
Yeah.
where he just makes some crazy movie after he gets so much success.
It's happening. It's going to happen, but I don't know if Disney will do that.
He's like, I'm going to remake Street Trash.
I would totally fucking see that movie. I would buy it before I would put fucking stock in that thing. All of his, a lot of his movies have bombed until I guess Guardians of the Galaxy, really.
Yeah, so
I mean, Slither did not make any money. It hurt him, actually.
it's a great movie.
Romeo and Juliet, I think he just wrote that. And people were like, oh, this guy's going to write Scooby-Doo. And then the Scooby-Doo guy's going to write Dawn of the Dead. It's like, did you see Romeo and Juliet? This is going to be great.
Yeah.
And it was. And I like how he's just like, fuck both of you studios, Marvel and DC. I'm going to do whatever I want. They're like, no, you're not. And he's like, this movie's going to make so much money. Yeah. And then they're like, okay, you can come back if you want to.
Yeah.
Write that dude a check.
Please. Keep him working. So if you see James Gunn, say, hey, why don't you remake Street Trash? I'm sure somebody's going to listen to this and be like, you motherfucker, no, don't remake Street Trash. But,
He needs to remake The Toxic Avenger. To me, that would be a perfect thing for him. Coming from his trauma, and then how he goes back. I mean, Lord Kaufman's in most of his movies, if you look.
Well, they're already remaking.
They are remaking it. I want him to do it.
I think filming is done. Peter Dinklage is in it.
I know. I'm kind of excited for this.
I hope he's Toxic Avenger.
I am not a hater of remakes. I think it was our first episode ever on the Gore Club podcast. There's so many that are so fucking great.
But we're not going to harp on those, Steve. You know what we're going to harp on? Night of the Demons.
Which also has a remake.
Which also has a remake.
Okay, Night of the Demons, 1989.
What a segue.
Yes.
Yeah. Now this is a weird production. We'll get into the production. We're going to just kind of go through the plot. But while we're here, if you are on the Gore Club podcast and in any application or platform, please go to YouTube and subscribe and like to our channel. We're trying to get that going, and on there we're doing all kinds of Gore Club podcast with benefits episodes now. Ace and I just went to a haunted house. I'm going to edit all that together. We did a media night there. But on to Night of the Demons. Released in Detroit on September 9th, 1989. Detroit.
Fucking Detroit. A very limited release. They were like, we can only release this in one town. Where? It's between Columbus, Ohio and Detroit. Detroit it is.
Detroit. We're not Detroit. There's fucking fake trailers like, at least we're not Detroit. Oh, my God. So they did like the old school sort of jump on the train and take it to the next town sort of thing with this movie. Yeah. And that's why it didn't make a whole lot of money. But they projected it to make like $16 million in its first weekend if they had released it properly.
Yeah. Oh, if it had made the money that it made just from Detroit opening weekend, it would have been the highest grossing horror film of that year.
Yeah, it would have.
It was the best thing to happen to Detroit since RoboCop.
I know. Fuck. Just shooting everybody in the dick. Just shoot everybody in the dick, Angela. Angela the dick shooter. Directed by Kevin Tenney. Written by Joe Augustine. Now, I think he's involved in all of them. It's his story. It's his idea. Let's see. The music is by Kevin Tenney's brother, Kevin, and it's fucking great. The score is...
Yeah, the music's great.
It really is. It's even from the very beginning, from that opening scene, that animated beginning, which they didn't originally want. They didn't think they had money because Kevin was like, I could use this money for another shot. And then the producers were like, we really want to do this opening. At least give people an understanding like, we care about this movie. The DP is David Lewis. He also worked for Pee-wee's Playhouse. He did Leprechaun 3 and 4.
Good transition.
The best ones.
Right. And the special effects, of course, most people know are by Steve Johnson, Linnea Quigley's not husband at the time. This is the set they met on.
Yeah, they met while he was casting her boobs.
Oh, boobies.
Yeah. What a weird way to meet.
Go to the trailer and meet your future husband.
Yeah.
Hey, he did some wonderful effects for this movie.
He did. And this movie, I don't know if you all have anything to say about this, but this was his baby. He worked for Boss Films. He worked for Rick Baker. He's worked on all the movies we love, The Howling, Ghostbusters, all these little things. And then this was the first movie he got fired from. I cannot remember the name of the movie he was working on right before this. He got fired from it. And this was his baby, and they didn't give him hardly any money. So he didn't spend any money on food, himself, housing. He did like the whole Rob Bottin on the Howling thing where he just stayed there and did all the effects himself. And almost died. As the way Rob Bottin almost fucking died on the set of the thing. And that's why these effects look so good and they still stand up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they look great.
But speaking of, I feel we have to mention with Kevin Tenney is that, he did Witchboard before this. I would say he's the master of demons and witches.
Witches.
Yeah, he did Witchboard, Night of the Demons, Witch Trap.
Oh yeah, Corey, can you hand me that little standee over there? Go ahead, Dave.
And then later on he does the Arrival too. I don't know
that's
what that
the
has
one.
to do with it, but oh no, what is this?
It's actually my old video store standee witch trap.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that cool?
That is really cool.
I forgot I had it. Actually, it's the back flap that helps stand it up is gone. But when you mentioned that, I was like, holy shit, I forgot about it. I've got that. I borrowed this from my dad's store 45 years ago.
I think by law it's yours now.
I think so.
But I just wanted to mention that. I mean, because he did, Witch Trap, Witchboard, and there was several sequels of Witchboard.
Yeah, he wasn't a horror movie fan actually. He understood his favorite movie. I think is the Exorcist, as far as the horror genre is concerned. So that's about as mainstream as you can get when it comes to people who don't know anything about horror movies. Yeah. He shot this movie in all long lenses because he wanted it to look good for even how much they didn't have. And you can really tell when you go through the rest of the series or even just movies made at that time. Everything is shot in a really long lens. And some of the scenes they have to be outside of the house shooting through a window to look like they're in the room.
God.
Yeah, because the lens is it's a long lens.
Yeah.
It takes up so much of your what you're looking at. It's compared to a widescreen, which is like what the Coens use when everything looks really goofy when you get up on somebody's face, like in, I don't know, Raising Arizona or the Addams Family. It's the same guy. If you know anything about lenses, which I know enough about. I mean, I've been on film sets and I love lighting and I love cameras, but I love learning things about people and about these things and why it's like, why does this look so much better than a movie that was not shot on video at the same time? And there you go.
Yeah.
Nerd rant.
Well,
I just jerked off Kevin.
Yeah, the budget for this movie was only like $1.2 million, and it looks really good for a $1.2 million movie. Even in like '80s dollars, that's like nothing.
Yeah, and they shot this movie in Hull House in that house.
It looks great. I mean, compared to like the remake, whose budget was like $10 million.
Oh, I know. We'll get to that one.
So much better. Not to jump ahead, but
Jesus Christ.
But I guess we should dive in. Let's just do like the little plot here. Let's talk about it.
Oh man,
the beautiful animated scene, and now that was friggin'. I wrote it down because I just really needed to know who animated this thing, but her name was what's her name? Kathy Lizaninsky or whatever. She actually was working for Disney at the time, working on Ursula for a Little Mermaid, and this is her only thing that she's ever done in the horror genre that I know of. She did the whole scene, the whole animated scene. Right. And she was inspired by Fantasia. You're like, all right.
It makes sense. I mean, you look at it, you see Fantasia. Yeah. So,
and then it dissolves, and then we get what? We get
Stooge.
introduced to Stooge.
You get introduced to the fucking assholes.
He's just the worst human being on the planet.
You know what?
I love him.
I don't know if Stooge is the worst person on the planet.
He doesn't respect every woman in the movie. He's just like, "Hey, bitch, fuck you, bitch."
Yeah.
Like the whole movie, I'm like, "You suck. I would not want to hang
What's
out."
the
with
Freddy
you.
character from God damn it, Rick and Morty or whatever?
Oh God,
Something Terry.
Yeah, Terry. It's him.
Whatever, bitch.
Well, you mean
Whatever
him.
you want, bitch.
You mean him and was it Roger? And,
Yeah, you meet Roger.
And what's her name?
In the movie, her name is Helen.
Helen. That's right. That's
her real name is Allison Barron and that's funny that you bring that up because so many people don't remember anybody's names in this movie.
No.
You had to write down. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I wrote down a bunch of names because I was like, I never remember what name besides Stooge. That's the only person's name I remember. I never even remember
Hal
that.
Havens. It was Stooge.
Yeah, I never even remember that the Linnea Quigley's name was Suzanne in the movie.
Suzanne.
I was like, her name is Suzanne. I've seen this movie 10 times.
And that makes sense. The guy that plays Max is Philip Tenney. Jill Terashita is Franny, and she's dressed as Peter Pan, and Max is a surgeon version, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's
Doogie
the shittiest
Howser.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. He's Doogie Howser.
I mean, that's what I'm gonna go with. It was the '80s. I guess he was Doogie Howser. I don't
And
know.
speaking of the costumes, like it's never really established. Like, what is Angela? Angela is the person that introduces them and invites them to the Hull House for their Halloween party, which doesn't make any sense because wow, they got invites and nobody else did because she's the weird girl in history class.
Yeah, no. In real life, these people do not hang out together.
Fuck. No.
Like I would, like none of these people would just be like, I want to go to that weird goth girls party with 4 other people. You're like, hell yeah, let's go do that.
Yeah, it's like the Breakfast Club for goth kids. No.
Okay. You get introduced to
You give Sal,
Sal?
because he runs up on that old. You see the old man walking down the street. And he's
Yeah.
just, and he just walks up first in the first fucking fake jump scare of the movie, which there's a billion of them in this movie. He throws a rat at him. He's like, and the guy drops all his shit, and he's like, "You goddamn kid,
you damn kid."
Yeah, I don't remember
They
what
moon
he
him.
Yeah, I don't remember what fucking Sal. Oh yeah, and then the fucking car rolls by and they
so
moon him.
what happens is we get introduced to Stooge, Helen, and Roger.
Shit, that
and-
happens first.
Yeah, they moon the old man, and of course they're just basically this man will come into play later, but he's just like, I didn't do anything. Fuck you, old kids. Look what you're doing to this holiday that's full of mischief. Okay, whatever. Anyways, and then Sal fucking scares the shit out of him, and he drops all of his groceries, and that's when we know that something's wrong with this guy.
Yeah. He drops all his groceries. He's like, God damn it! And then fucking Judy, which we establish is the Virgin.
She's so sweet.
Judy the Virgin comes up and is like, "Can I help you, sir?" And he's like, "Fuck you! Get away from me!"
Kathy Podwell. Yeah, get the fuck away from me. And she calls him a whore and all. She's
Yeah,
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, she's like, "I didn't want to help you anyway," and just fucking walks off. But that's when you see this is weird, and they bring this back up later. They just don't drop it. The guy's got razors and apples. He's got razors and apples.
He's got a mock.
Sorry, that wasn't a
down there.
joke. It was real.
No.
Dun.
and we've already established that he hates kids. So this dude is going to kill kids at some point.
He's going to take the Halloween, what is it? The legend of
myth of
check your candy. He's going to take it to the next
Which
level.
did that actually start with Halloween 2? With the whole act? Because there's like the scene in Halloween 2 where the kid has the razors stuck in his mouth.
I thought it was a direct homage to me. From me, it's like it's apples and it's a razor and this is a horror movie and it's on Halloween night, Halloween 2.
Yeah. But I thought that
Maybe
whole
I just
urban...
made that connection because I'm a nerd.
Yeah, I thought that whole urban legend just started with Halloween 2.
Well, the urban legend started because it was real. There was a
Yeah.
real person who I think he poisoned his family's candy and was like the uncle or some shit.
Yeah.
I should have looked it up before we started this.
Was it apples?
No, I think it was just candy.
Just candy? Oh well, that's no good because it was just
Candy
apples.
apple.
Right,
Yeah.
right. No, I can shoot you in schools a million times, and it's not guns, but one guy fucking poisons his family. Jesus, and now the whole world's got to be like, take your candy to the hospital. Was that a thing where you all like?
Oh, yeah,
everybody
yeah.
had to like
Oh, yeah.
get your candy X-rayed.
Get your
So, like-
get all those gamma rays in your body.
Yeah.
This is safer.
Come to our church for trunk or treats. We're going to ruin Halloween for you.
Anyway, so then we meet our other two stars.
Yeah, she goes home. Then we meet. Go ahead, Dave.
We meet Amelia Kincaid and Linnea Quigley's character.
We're at the quick stop.
That's right. We're at the quick stop. Quick stop. So we got Angela and Suzanne. And the first shot you see of Linnea Quigley,
Booty.
First
her
thought.
her ass.
We meet her ass first.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing. Now let's talk about the product placement in this scene that they didn't pay for. Nobody will forget Tide ever again. When I was a kid, I was like, "Oh," my mom was like, "What?" I was like, "Nothing."
Tide.
I can't tell you.
I've got
Booty and Tide.
I've got a weird boner every time I see a Tide box.
Yeah, but no. Oh.
So she's distracting.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Go ahead.
She is distracting the clerks, so Amelia Kincaid can steal everything.
She has a cartoonishly large sack that she's stealing stuff with. It's like I got a pillowcase. I'm just walking into the store.
There are
here.
lots of parallels between this movie and a Scooby-Doo episode, and I'll point them out as we go. That's one of them.
She steals enough food for the spread to later on in the haunted house to look amazing. I'm like, I don't
Yes.
think you have enough room in that little pillowcase.
I think it's nice that she just wanted to like provide food for the party. 'Cause
Yeah.
How many parties did you go to in high school where they had like a full spread of food? It was
None.
usually just a cooler that somebody dumped a bunch of red stuff into with a bunch of moonshine.
Some fucking pure grain.
Yeah.
Maybe some St. Ides special brew if you're
They had a
happy.
whole spread in there, deli meats and everything.
I know.
Cheeses.
She got enough to make it look beautiful, but not when you're watching her literally run up and down the aisle, just dumping shit into her sack while Linnea Quigley shaking her butt while the clerks are going, I like booty.
Yeah. So she used it to her advantage.
Yeah. It works.
It did work.
And
It
then
did
she
work.
does the whole, do you all have, what is it?
Do you all have any sour bones?
Yeah. But you don't get too many blowjobs.
Yeah. And she does that voice throughout the whole movie, which I love.
Oh, yeah.
I always thought that was her natural voice until we interviewed her, and I was like, "Oh, you don't actually talk like that in real life."
No.
Because like every movie, she kind of does that, like, "Hi, I'm Linnea Quigley," like in every movie.
That's not her at all.
And I love that. I always love that she does that.
Yeah, and what Ace is referring to is that we had her on the Gore Club podcast 2 months ago, and then we brought her into town. And Dave and I did a Q&A live with her and went through her whole filmography. And I just recently asked her, because I never thought about it, which is funny. I'm glad everybody's bringing this up. I just texted her. I was like, what the fuck were you in Night of the Demons? Okay? You've got maybe the evil witch, maybe the evil, like the black wedding dress Angela's wearing.
Yeah.
You've got weird Peter Pan. You've got the surgeon. You've got the black pirate. You got Stooge, who's the punk rock pig. You got
a
Helen,
ballerina.
who's like a goddess, I guess.
Yeah.
And then, is she a ballerina?
She's a ballerina.
Is she a ballerina? Is she Bo Peep? It says ballerina in the remake of Night of the Demons.
Yeah.
But I don't remember ever being mentioned in any. Is it in the movie?
I don't think
No,
so.
they never established it.
I literally text her. She's like, I don't know. I thought it was just a cute dress.
I think
I was
her-
like, what the fuck, Linnea?
I don't think her and Angela. I never really think of her and Angela being dressed up in the movie. I
Yeah.
thought that's just how they were.
Oh, the best description of Angela's costume I read. I forget where I read it though.
Susie Sue.
No, somebody said
That's actually
somebody
kind
said
of
she was dressed like Winona Ryder from Beetlejuice.
No, man. Yeah, she is wearing that beautiful red,
Yeah.
like, fucking wedding dress.
But I mean, Beetlejuice came out after that. Didn't
yeah, it did.
Yeah, so
it did. It
that
doesn't
makes
hold water, people.
doesn't hold water. Anyways,
Idiots.
Idiots. So then we get to.
we got Angela and Suzanne talk about this party's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And then we go back to the house.
Oh, my God.
Judy's house, which is weird because you have this scene where she goes into her bedroom, right?
Wait, yeah, exactly. Now she gets. Now I'll let you go to that part, but like she calls Jay Jansen. She calls him by his full name, but the whole time in the movie. And I guess he's the cutest boy in school right now. So they figure out that, hey, we're gonna go to this Halloween party, and she's like, awesome, because obviously the dance is for nerds, as he says. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's funny because I thought it was the other way around. Like I thought all the cool nerds went to like house parties, and you morons who wear like sweater vests and look like you're dressed up like Miami Vice, which he
Yeah.
does. He looks like he's fucking Crockett.
He's a total chit.
Yeah, he doesn't wear a costume. And then we all go to the weirdo Halloween parties, and she's like, well, who was it? And he's like, that's when he brings up, oh, it's Angela. He's like, the only Angela I know is the weird chick from history class.
That's right.
And then we understand it's at Hull House. Now, I actually wrote a thing about Hull House. I don't want to go on about it a little bit. We learn about the party being thrown at Angela, the weird girl in history class. I'm not redundant. At Hull House. Hull House dates back to the time of the Native Americans. The land does. It saw it as what?
No, keep going. Just tally marks.
They say it as the place, the land is impure. It has an underground stream that part of the city, and it wraps around this land, by the way. I didn't know the streams go in circles, but I guess they do. And then the white man settled in there with a young brave. That part always kind of didn't make sense to me. There's a story in the movie, and then there's stories that you can find online. So did he adopt a young brave and then, take the land?
I don't know.
Is that a part of the part? I don't know.
They don't explain that in the movie.
It's very, but that's why I had to kind of like dig around on the internet for some bullshit on the Hull House.
Yeah.
And then if you have anything to add, please do, because as most internet things, it's like there's so many different versions.
The bullshit story that guy tells about this house, where he's sitting there, he's like, well,
Max.
like Brave and the Squaw and the Native Americans, and all this stuff. It was like the same story that guy told in Jason Lives, where he's like, you see, like the squaw. I'm like, quit saying the word squaw. Like,
you're triggering Ace. So then a white man, and a young brave. This is I actually kind of like copied this from 2 different pages that I found. So he settled down in the area with his family, and the family ended up dead except for the boy who ended up being possessed by the demons that reside there on Halloween night. Then, years later, the old man Hull purchased the land and he renovated into a home funeral, a funeral parlor, and a crematorium.
Right next to the cemetery. Very convenient.
Yeah.
If I was going to build a crematorium, it'd be right next to the cemetery.
Saves so much gas.
So, however, the old man Hull and his family were slaughtered by an anonymous killer within the family. That's very vague as fuck, I guess. On Halloween night, and so the legend of Hull House is created there, and it never stops, and then it stays inside the walls of the house, and it's whatever. It makes no sense, but as long as you can make it out to the morning, you're fine. These kids don't really know any of that,
Yeah.
and now they're going to go there.
Did they not know?
I don't.
We will progress to that, but we have to talk about the creepy scene in her bedroom.
Yeah, that's what
Because-
sorry, I just went off.
No, you went off the rails. But so
She hangs up on Jay.
yeah, she hangs up on him. She's like, I'm gonna go get changed, and she's wearing like very
She strips
see-through bra.
lingerie. It's your second ass shot, by the way.
Yeah, and she goes full bird nest.
Yeah, and then she hears something in her closet. She goes to open it, and it's her brother in a really cool Fulci zombie mask, by the way.
Oh, it's badass.
But then he starts commenting on her tits.
He's like, bodacious boobs. sis."
Bodacious boobs.
Whatever.
It's her fucking brother hiding out in the closet, watching his sister get undressed. By the way, if you look in the mirror, her windows are open.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw this video on Pornhub once.
The blinds are open, probably from a different perspective, right?
I'm just saying it's just a very, very weird interaction between her and her brother.
Except in that video, she was stuck in something. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, those are weird videos on that, man. Not that I watch them, but I know what you're talking about. That's so fucking rapey. It's just that this whole scene is very strange, and like they wrote it and like, this is gonna be funny. I'm like, okay,
Okay,
They
this
did
is
the
weird.
same thing in that movie, Elves.
yes, that's right.
And it's even creepier in that movie. And I was like, well, there's so many. There's another. I think there's at least a third movie that I can't think of right now where it's the same thing where the brother's like looking at his sister. I'm like, God, why do they keep putting this in movies? Like, it's like every director's like, remember when you were a kid and you spy on your naked sister? And everybody's like, no, I don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
Didn't happen
It
at
might have
all.
been my friend's naked friend, like my sister's naked friends, but that was like that's a different story. Yeah, and that's a different story. And then you get introduced to the mom. Now this was Karen Erickson. This is her last movie, and then she was in Count Yorga. I think she was in The Return of Count Yorga as well, or I might have just maybe flipped that around in my head. But I just remember her face, and I looked her up, and then she makes those amazing poop. Those fudge poops.
Fudge
logs.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry guys, they're fudge poops.
Yeah, she offers one to what's his name?
To Sal, which is-
to Jay when he comes in.
Oh, that's
Sal doesn't
right.
come in because
that's right.
the brother goes out because Sal is outside.
Yeah.
and he's all like, "Hey,
says-
go get your sister," because he's a very like cliche Italian guy.
Canadian tuxedo.
Canadian tuxedo with the denim. He's like
Denim on denim.
He's like, bring your sister out. I got a snake for her to handle, if you know what I mean. It's just like, why the fuck would you say that?
Well, the brother goes up to him and he says, Judy's getting ready for a date, butthole. Which is hilarious.
Oh man, there's some good one-liners.
It's
in
great.
this
I mean,
movie.
he threatens him and steals his like $100 Halloween mask.
Yeah.
I'm telling my mom.
Yeah, that was a really cool mask.
It was.
I was very, very upset that he stole it, but whatever. Fuck that guy.
So then he figures out where they're going for Halloween. But that's you're right. There's like we get introduced to the mom. Jay comes in, says no thanks to the duty, and then
thanks
takes
to the shit logs because it looks like it. They did that on purpose. It just looks like a little piece of shit on a tray.
It looks
Dried
awful.
poodle turds.
I got some lemonade too. You want some lemonade?
No thanks, mom. And I love it because the son's just like he's such a dick. He's like, Mom, it looks like poop.
Yeah. It's disgusting.
Yeah, if your mom makes you some treats like that, you got to eat at least one, even if it looks like shit. Remember that, kids. The more you know.
If you don't know what we're talking about, think about a Tootsie Roll just smashed on the ends like a joint. And they put that on a tray.
Like you left it on the dashboard of your car all summer.
So they leave and they take off in Jay's badass fucking Mustang, by the way. And I love the cars in this movie. I even like Stooges' little punk rock fucking whatever the hell kind of like Datsun or some shit. I don't know what that is. I would have drove the shit out of that. Spray painted punk rock
Got a
monstrosity.
sweet Exodus sticker on the side of the
Yes,
window.
that's another thing. There's so many like bands that they get away with, like their logos are all over the movie and their music's not in the movie, so you know they didn't pay for it. Like Exodus, who else?
There's,
TSOL.
Fear.
Oh, you got a list?
Yeah,
huh?
I wrote down Fear, COC, TSOL, and Exodus are the ones I all noticed.
You know, those people were just like, they saw the movie, they're like, oh shit, our fucking logo's in it. They were excited. They didn't care.
Right. They didn't have, lawyers to attack anybody.
They weren't Kiss.
Yeah.
So anyways. Anyway,
I like that we didn't give Kiss a fucking word, like, just crickets, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That dude will sue you if you use the wrong $sign.
He probably
True story.
Gene Simmons will find this podcast and sue us just for saying Kiss.
Just for saying Kiss.
Said it twice. You owe me $50.
Right. Whatever, man. If you've seen Scooby-Doo meets Kiss, it's not great.
Again, Scooby-Doo references. So they go to Hull House.
Yeah.
And Stooge and Roger and shit, what's her name again?
Helen.
Their
car breaks down.
Their car breaks down. And here comes fucking Peter Pan and Doogie Howser. And they pull up. They're like, "Hey, you guys need a hand?" And then there's like, "Yeah." And they just start clapping. And then they drive off.
Yeah, the cool kids.
Why are these people partying together?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
Yeah. No, they don't.
Well,
they
at
don't
this
hang
point,
out.
they don't know. And that's what, like, when you see the remake, they try to explain it a little bit more. She's on her computer and she's picking the invite list and whatever, and she's making a huge Halloween bash. In this film, how did Angela pick these people to come here? Now, it's not even established about how the powers of the house work or how they work outside of the house. What the fuck, Angela? I mean, is this like her death list? She's just putting on her black lipstick going, "Okay, Jay
Just
Jensen.
people I hate.
Okay, Judy."
These are people that she wanted to get to know better, Steve. And
Yeah.
that's what she did. She got to know them a lot better by inviting them to her to a party at an abandoned crematorium where in a house where people were murdered by a family.
By a whole family.
The whole family got murdered.
Demons.
Recently, within memory.
I know. It's like the legend is alive.
This isn't like Crystal Lake where everybody forgets shit every other year. This is stuff that people remember.
They didn't rename Hull House, Crystal Lake Memories, or I don't know. What was it? What's the good like Cabrini Green Part 2?
Yeah.
It's different. We just renamed it all.
So they get to the house. They all eventually get to the house, and there's the establishment. This is where they talk about the running water.
Yeah,
they're like they have a little conversation about like, oh,
well, Max takes Judy over to the wall.
Yeah, she says,
with his stethoscope.
Oh, you can hear the water. And
It's a stream.
She's like, oh, it's a stream. It's supposedly that demons can't cross a stream if running water. No, and that just made me think, like, so you're telling me I've got like 2 garden hoses, right? Say I've got 2 garden hoses.
I gotcha.
Demons can't get through.
I guess not. But it's not really a stream, Dave. It's cheating.
It's kind of like Ghostbusters. You don't want to cross the stream.
Oh,
Except
God.
in Ghostbusters, you don't cross the streams.
Yeah.
That's fucking awful.
hypothetically, if I want to save somebody from a demon, I start peeing in front of them.
I don't
And
get
the
it.
demon can't go through it because it's a stream of pee, right?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
your literal sense of the word stream. Okay.
I don't know how this works.
The thing about, like, as much as I love demonology and dark arts, what I know from these kind of things, it's like there's certain rules when it comes to demons, and I think it even bleeds over to vampires because that's been used in the vampire lore too. You can't cross a running stream. It's barely used in vampire movies because they're like, well, that means like, I guess I'm stuck in Ohio.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, well, you're fucking fucked. You're going to
Yeah.
be stuck in Pittsburgh the rest of your life. Stuff like that. It's just it doesn't make sense. So they don't really talk about it. But it's like cast iron or cold iron, like all these little things. Like there's even herbs like wolf's bane and all this other shit. Yeah. I think this kind of bleeds over from that. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And I thought they used the iron in the remake.
No, they use it in this one, I thought. No, wait, no, it's in the remake.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. Because Edward Furlong beat somebody with a board or a
Let's stop talking about this remake. Just get on with it.
Yeah. Little Eddie Furlong.
Little Eddie.
We'll get to that.
And it's great because the establishing shot of Hull House is a matte painting. It's one of those old school glass matte paintings. It's actually not there. The house is there, but it doesn't look that epic. Anyways,
Right.
I just wanted to add that because I love that shot.
I love just seeing a matte painting in a movie. Honestly,
Ace is just a fan of a matte painting. It could be any movie. Just put a matte painting
We'll
in
see
it.
that matte
God
painting
damn
in
it.
the background.
But yeah, he says, "Hey, Judy, come over here and listen to the stream. Listen to my doctor's an instrument. It's called a stethoscope."
Yeah, he was
And that's
very
what
smart
you're
about it.
I guess.
He got a real stethoscope for his costume, not
Right.
a fake
And then
one.
they managed to have a good party.
For a minute.
They go inside. They're dancing.
They get a strobe light.
Fucking this party's raging. They got their spread of food.
Spread of food.
They've
They
got-
got a-
They got that strobe light, and they're dancing for a while.
They got Stooge's kick-ass boombox.
Yeah,
I
it's-
used to have one like
it's
that.
it's great. And guess what? Fucking power goes out. I don't even know where they were getting power
Well, I
from.
was gonna say,
Why does that house have power to begin with? Who's paying the electric bill on the whole
and
house?
gas. We'll talk about that later.
I mean, maybe he had lots of batteries. Maybe he forgot to change his 8 C-size batteries in
Well,
the
yeah,
boombox.
that's the thing is that in the film he doesn't. It's not plugged in. He's like, I just charged it the other day, or I just put new batteries. I cannot remember at this point because it's been a week since I've seen this movie. But yeah, he's upset because it should have power. I'm like, yeah, demons don't like it. They suck it. They suck all the power. Suck your souls, suck your semen, suck your power.
That's right. Then Angel's like, I've got a great idea. Somebody find a mirror. We're going to have a seance. And walking around, and I think Roger sees a mirror, and he fucking screams. So Roger's already established as the character that I like the most.
He's the black pirate.
He's the only sensible person
He
in
is,
the movie.
he is the most relatable horror character that I've ever seen in my life, because at the first fucking sign of danger, he's like, nope.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
gone.
leaving.
I'm
Bye.
getting the fuck out of here. Actually, I think during the seance scene,
He decided, they're like, we're going to do a seance. He's like, fuck that. And he just like, I'm going to be in the other room. So Roger goes to the other room, and they all sit there, and Angela's like, look into the mirror, and you can see your future self. And they're looking, and then you get this giant puppet head demon.
The biggest teeth you've ever seen.
It's
it's a Steve Johnson effect. It's actually almost very close to almost like a sock puppet with a really elaborate latex mask on top of it. And if you've ever seen pictures of it outside of the movie, it looks amazing. No matter what they did to this fucking thing in the movie, it looks like shit.
Yeah,
it looks bad.
It didn't
Yeah.
look great in the movie, but I'm sure they spent a lot of time on
They
it.
did, and it makes me really sad.
And he gets a gold star for effort.
Yeah.
was just like-
good job, Steve Johnson.
So they see this, and then
the mirror smashes.
the mirror. No, Judy. Judy's the one that sees it and screams, and then the mirror falls over and smashes, and Angela's like, bullshit. You were-
I like you had to put your hands on his before you said it. That's bullshit.
That's bullshit. You know, and she's all upset. Like, who brought this fucking chick anyway? And I'm thinking the whole time, like, you only invited 7 people. What are you talking about?
right. And one of them's your only friend.
Yeah.
Who obviously
So-
is, I guess, is the school whore.
Yes.
That's what everybody called me, so
It's
whatever.
like, I invited all these high school kids and my 30-year-old friend Suzanne to come hang out with everybody tonight.
Um,
That's the funny thing. Linnea actually didn't want to go and audition for this movie. She thought she was too old. She thought there was no point.
Yeah.
She kept getting sent to these kind of auditions, and at this point, she did Return of the Living Dead, so she didn't even really have to audition at this point. At least this instant, and she just like, no, they're going to look at, they're going to see me, they're going to be like, no, you're too old, and then she walked in, and they were like, yes,
Yeah.
super surprised.
She fits into it. It doesn't like, it's not
So-
like stand out crazy that she looks older than everybody else.
Yeah,
but-
she was like 27
Yeah,
at the
it's
time or
fine.
something.
But so at this point, you get to see the Evil Dead shot. The fucking
Comes
ghost,
out of the crematorium.
Gus comes out of the crematorium and goes right into Linnea Quigley, and she possessed.
She's putting on lipstick, and it's a really cool reverse shot. It looks like she's blowing out smoke, and then they just reversed it so the demon fart goes into her mouth.
And see, this is the part where I have a problem though.
Oh, great!
All right, so Angela, Amelia Kincaid, which we didn't mention, is the niece of what's her name? She played Blanche in the fucking Golden Girls.
Rue McClanahan.
Rue
that's right.
McClanahan.
She's a Golden Girl.
Really? I didn't even know that.
That's her.
She's
She came to the set.
Yeah,
Oh,
she was on set. There's pictures of her on set, but that's her niece, and she's also a pet psychic.
I knew that. Yeah.
Mimi Kincaid, as she's known in this movie, but after this, she was always to be known as Amelia Kincaid, the Animal Whisperer.
Yes,
She's been to Buckingham Palace. I think we talked about it on
Yes.
the podcast
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Linnea.
she talked to the corgis, but we can go into that later. Anyways,
Do we have to?
so Angela starts talking about possession at this point, like evil spirits, specifically demons. It's just like, wait a sec, hold on. So your idea was to go in this house, you know all this shit about demons and spiritual possession, and you had a seance.
Yeah.
This is on her.
Yeah, it's all her fault. I would have totally done the same thing.
This is all her fault. And she knew it. She's a horrible friend.
Yeah.
This is not how you make friends,
This is
Steve.
not how you make friends, because she doesn't have any friends besides Suzanne, I guess.
I always kind of figured she was in on it the whole time.
Think so? She knew
Like
about
she was
old
in
man.
on it from the beginning. Like she was like, okay, I'll invite these people to the house and you can have them or something. You know?
No. She was way too scared to be.
Dave does not agree.
I
Well, fine.
disagree.
Fine then, Ace.
at that point,
everyone decides to split up.
Everybody decides to split up, and
Actually, Roger and Helen tried to leave.
Roger and Helen do try to leave because Roger's like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out of here."
Something's wrong.
Yeah.
Fuck
Gone.
all you white people. I'm taking the white chick.
But we got it. But the argument happened, and then Stooge has the best line in the movie:
Oh, please say it.
"Eat a bowl of fuck."
Eat a bowl of fuck.
I love it. Eat a bowl of fuck.
It's great. It's something that people should say more often. I think we should bring that one back.
Yeah, he was trying to bring it back. He said he was inspired by John Belushi. I think he says it in Animal House.
Oh well.
Yeah, that's where he got that line. And I don't know if he brought that to the script or if it was already in there. I didn't dig that far, but I always remember that story because as many horror conventions I go to, I heard that story. Yeah.
So they're all getting ready to split up, but before that,
Dave.
Angela gets kissed.
Yeah, Linnea gives give us some smoochies. I want to look good for the boys. But fuck them right now.
A friendship kiss.
Yeah. I don't want. I mean, I'll kiss you like that, Dave.
And yeah, well, no.
I don't give a fuck.
Well, anyways, so she
Fuck
gets
you,
kissed.
toxic masculine.
She gets.
Why are you laughing, Ace? You're next.
She gets kissed and becomes possessed at that point. You can see it's in her eyes. She's either thinking about like.
I think she's like, "Well, that's a really good tongue." there."
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It was it. That's what they're trying to relay, but maybe she was just confused about how she felt at the time. I don't know. I'm not going to judge her. But they all split up.
Yeah.
And-
Stooge and Suzanne go off.
Yes.
Let's see. The rest go off to fucking make out.
Yes.
Those are my notes.
No, that is true. That is true. Peter Pan and Doogie Howser go fuck in a coffin.
Right.
Franny, they want to get in the coffin and do
Yeah,
it.
but they do that. They're right now. They're just trying to go find like the power. I think.
Yeah.
Isn't that the whole point of this?
Yeah.
And then Jay's like, "Well, we're gonna go off in another room, anyways." Yeah. It's just whatever.
Jay and
Makes no
Judy, and he doesn't get lucky.
sense. No.
She pushes him off. Get the fuck off me. But
Lame.
You should be
Stooge.
hanging out with Peter Pan. You get laid every time. In a coffin.
Oh man, that would have been a different movie. Anyways, so Stooge and Suzanne go upstairs, and Stooge gets rejected hardcore. It's
As he should have.
They find the bathroom, and she's like, "Ladies first," and he's just like you can hear his heart on hit the door. It's just like,
He's
"Fuck,
like,
Suzanne."
He's like, well, I wanted to come in.
Yeah, no shit.
The first sign of like anything going wrong would have been for Stooge when another woman was like, "Hey, I want to spend more than 30 seconds with you."
Yeah.
He should have been like, "Oh wait, something bad's getting ready to happen."
Fucking
'Cause
demon.
I'm a terrible person.
If you're into punk rock pigs, if you're into dudes who call women bitches, if you're
Yeah.
into fucking guys who make pig noises and moon old men,
Yeah.
this is your guy.
I actually read that he didn't like because in the movie he doesn't actually have his whole ass hanging out,
Yeah, it's pumpkin
No.
underwear.
and he didn't want to. He didn't
Yeah.
want to like do that because he didn't want to show his ass
Yeah.
on the movie.
Right. Oh, you poor guy. And how many women are naked in this movie,
I
you
was
piece
like,
of shit, Hal Havens?
Yeah, just show your ass in the movie. Come on.
Yeah, who he was in Sorority Babes and the Slime Ball Ballerama with Linnea Quigley.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of the three nerds that get they have to break into the mall with. So yeah. And I've seen interviews with him. He's still alive. He's still kicking. He looks like Grizzly Adams. Kicks ass. That's awesome. Probably making friends with the local bears and the wildlife.
Yeah,
Yeah, Hal Havens.
Well,
Go ahead, guys.
that's where we were.
I'm trying to.
We keep
look,
getting off the rails
Off
here, and, I'm
track.
sure, and fuck it. Who cares?
So we have the makeout scenes, the various makeout scenes, and Stooge goes back downstairs because he struck out, right? And this is the point where Angela's like, I'm gonna dance for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, she choreographed her own dance.
For 3 minutes. It's very weird. Like in this movie, just like all of a sudden, like there is a dance scene for 3 minutes.
I'm into it.
I didn't think it was weird. I'm thinking,
I
thank
love
God.
Stigmata Martyr, Bauhaus.
This is the movie that introduced me to it.
Yeah.
Like, I had heard of them through the movie The Hunger, and this was the one that I was like, I like all of their music.
Yeah,
Which is
good.
now not true, but I like 30%.
I should have worn my Bauhaus shirt for the night. I forgot all about that.
And we did.
The photography is great in this scene. They used the strobe. They had to shoot it at a certain frame per minute because the strobe would not be visible on screen. All these little things you don't get now with digital. It's totally different. But and she choreographed her own thing. She was a dancer, and she didn't know that people like nowadays you can do this, but back then you could do this. Back nowadays it's not as easy. But she would while they were filming, she worked down at the strip club down the street. Yeah. Nice. And I believe it was Kevin Tenney, or it might have been Hal Havens. I cannot remember the story now. They were down there just to, investigate some boobs, and she was on stage doing almost the same dance. Yeah,
Nice.
I believe that's the story.
Well, she looks pretty good.
She looks
Yeah.
amazing.
I like the
She's
dance.
got dancer booty.
Yeah, she looks good.
Yeah.
I was just, not that the dance wasn't good. I was just like, how long is this fucking scene gonna go on for? I just thought it would. All right, do a couple twirls, and then all right, let's get back to the movie. No, okay, we're still dancing. Okay,
Yeah.
Well, it became a thing in every movie after that too.
Oh yeah.
It's like we're making a Night of the Demons. There's got to be a dance scene in there.
dance scene and a boob trick, as I call it. Yeah.
and a boob trick.
see, I wonder how Linnea feels like that. She had her dance scene in Return of the Living Dead. Which one was better? You think they fight about that?
Oh, Return of the Living Dead's better.
Yeah, it is.
It is better, but
way
I
better.
think it has emotional connections to me compared to this one. But Mimi Kikei was a trained dancer, so I'm going to say that hers was probably a better dance.
So
Why-
yeah.
I can't believe we're debating this.
So
But we'll go back to choreography talk.
Next
So-
Core Club podcast.
So after you burn off calories, what do you need to do? You need to eat. You need to replenish. So she bites fucking Stooge's face off.
no, she bites.
Stooge.
Yeah, she makes out with Stooge because Stooge comes back. He's all jilted, and Sal's like, "There's something going wrong. There's something going on, and some things are wrong. Fuck this girl. Fuck this house. I'm out of here." And he tries to leave as well. He takes off. I think he goes into the.
He hangs out for a minute.
But this was during the dance, and then
Yeah.
Sal shows back up because there's kind of like a scare right there, and he's like, "There's something going on with Suzanne. With Angela, and fuck all you all." So he takes off, and then Stooge is like, "Okay, baby, it's you and I." And then that's when she gives him the demon kiss.
Demon kiss. Bites off his face.
Bite-
Bites his tongue off.
Bites his tongue off.
Which there's two different cuts of that. I guess the version I got is like they have the director's cut, which in the theatrical cut they cut away from that. Then in the director's cut, there's more scenes of her like ripping his tongue out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Because in the version I have, like on DVD, it's like you can tell there's obviously like a quality, like where the quality of the movie kind of like lacks there, where the director's cut is, and then it goes back into the movie.
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah.
And in that scene, he actually got his earring ripped out of his ear in real life.
Oh, wow.
With her costume and his hair. When she pulls away, she rips his earring out of his ear.
Ouch.
And he just kept filming. Yeah, they talked about it. There was an interview with him where he talks about that, and he went back into the makeup trailer, and he's covered in blood, but it's his blood, and he's like, "Yeah." They're like, "Holy shit!" He's like, tape it up, man. We'll be fine."
They've
That's
got
my-
super glue.
That's my Stooge voice. It's gonna be okay, bitches.
So we forgot to mention. So Roger and Helen are trying to get away at this point, and they're like, "There's no way out. The entrance is gone." So they're outside trying
Yeah,
to.
they
find
walk
this
around that wall for like an hour and a half of the movie.
forever. And Roger at this point is like, "Fuck." He's very scared.
He's very he's very scared. He's the only one who gets it. He understands something's wrong.
He understands that something is wrong and something bad is about to happen to poor Helen.
Yeah, because he turns around and she's gone.
She's just gone.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You know what? I'm gonna go hide in the car." And he
That was so great.
And he was right for it. He went and hid in the car.
Yeah, he locks the door of Stooge's like punk rock machine, and then I think that's then all of a sudden just Helen appears out of nowhere and lands on the fucking car.
Oh,
yeah.
that's a little later.
Is it?
That's
Okay,
a little later.
yeah.
Yeah, she fucking gets yeeted.
Steer
through
me,
the air.
Dave. Steer me. Steer.
So this,
steer
about
the
this point,
episode.
so Sal is running through the house trying to get somebody to leave with him, and he walks into the bathroom, and Linnea's in the corner, and she turns around, and she's like, "I'm fixing my makeup," and she's got the heart drawn on her face.
Oh yeah.
And
Classic.
at this point, Sal has realized that, holy shit, I have to get the fuck out of this place. This is not good.
He's like this close to getting laid every scene. He's like, wait a second, you're a demon.
Yeah, and then Sal walks away, and then you get the lipstick scene.
That's when she does the lipstick scene before Jay walks in.
Yes. Oh, was that? I'm skipping
Yeah, she
around.
does. She does the lipstick scene. She turns
that's right.
around,
Like drawn.
and she has the heart face.
Yes.
Yeah, and then she does the whole. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah. So she takes. If you haven't seen it, you should absolutely watch this scene because it's amazing. It's an amazing special effect because it's almost flawless.
It still holds up.
Seamless. So she takes the lipstick and she's all drawn on herself, and then pushes it right through her nipple, and it's gone.
It's amazing.
It's so simple too. If you were like, it's so effective.
And when,
I didn't know how it was done until a few years ago when I picked up either the special edition DVD or something. There's an interview with Steve Johnson talking about this effect, and he was using gelatin, which people weren't using readily back then. And he's like, gelatin, like tomorrow it'll be gone. Back then they didn't use it, so he did an entire upper chest piece of her all in gelatin. So it's a collapsible lipstick case, and it collapses, it pops, and that's why that weird pop when she puts almost half her fucking knuckle in there.
Yeah, she's like,
it's like, oh, because you imagine tendons, and then it collapses, and then she's able to pull out her finger, and it's just, it's like a memory foam with the gelatin, and you can't. It's seamless.
Yeah, it looks great.
It's fucking amazing.
And she said she was going to make, when we interviewed Linnea, she said she's going to make lipstick nipple holders, or nipple lipstick holders.
Yeah, she should.
That'd be great.
Yeah, Dave had some merch ideas with her. He
you'll see it eventually. It's fine.
He doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
So then Jay walks in, and she's just like, I forgot what the hell she says to him, but yeah, that's when she just did the nipple scene. She's got the heart on it. He sits down, and he's like, "It's party time," and she's like, "Oh yeah,
oh yeah," and so they're banging.
No, it's a really weird scene. It's the one time where you can it's full frontal nudity for Linnea. It's something she couldn't do a couple of years before on Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Here she's completely bird's nest out.
Yeah. I think she said that guy's like a chiropractor now.
The guy that plays Jay?
I think so.
Yeah,
I
he's
remember
also in Heathers.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I remember we were watching that, and when she came to Louisville, and she was like, "That guy's a chiropractor now."
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Is Lance Fenton? I got him as douchebag or Miami Vice.
Miami Vice.
On our whiteboard of doom, we haven't mentioned that in a few podcasts, but I usually put notes up on the board. Jay, Miami Vice, douchebag.
Well, he gets what's coming to him.
Yeah, but at least he gets to get laid a little bit.
Yeah, he's getting. She's on top of him. She's riding him, and she says something like, "Do you think I'm ugly or something?" Or how's my? He's like,
Stop.
"No, yeah." It's like, "No, your makeup's great. Your makeup's great." And he's just like, "Shut the fuck up.
Just ride me, girl.
Just keep doing this." And then her fucking head goes back. It's like, "Oh, she's into it," and then it comes forward, and she's a demon. It's the first time you see the demon makeup on her.
Yeah.
You see it a little bit before Million Kincaid's mouth, but you don't really see the full demon makeup. So you see Linnea's full demon face, and he is freaked the fuck out. But he doesn't have to look at her very long because she gouges out his eyes.
She's like, "Stop looking at me."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my Chris Barnes.
Everybody's got a death metal voice in this movie, so that's okay.
Yeah, the guy, what was his name? It's like, was it Jim? God damn it. I cannot remember the guy who did the voice for all of the demons.
He did all of the movies.
Was it Dr. Claw? Because that's what it sounds like.
He's like,
Next time, catch it.
Oh, my God.
That's exactly what it is.
No.
Oh, you know what, Steve? You might have been right. I think Helen's body has already shown up on the car.
Oh, it did.
Because at this point, after
well, he's
that,
sleeping outside. Roger's sleeping outside, and then she just lands on the fucking on the windshield.
which they never explain.
Con Air style.
Yeah, Pumpkinhead style. He just takes a Con Air style.
Just drops her from the.
That's way better than Pumpkinhead. Man.
He'd gotten out and seen the note on her body.
Yeah.
Like, you need to get the fuck out of here, Roger. But Roger does what he shouldn't have done, because he should have scaled that wall at this point.
Fuck yeah.
He runs back inside.
Yeah. God damn it, Roger.
This is where it turns into a Scooby-Doo movie.
Yeah.
Because you get a lot of, like, Roger's running down the hall, and then, like, he sees fucking Angela floating toward him, and then he's running down another hall. I was full well expecting him to run into a room and her run into another room and then him come out of another room. You know, the classic Scooby-Doo.
Oh, yeah, it was a little bit of 70s groove going on.
Playing yakety sax the whole time. Just like.
Oh, my. Is that the name of that song?
That's the name of that song.
Oh, the Benny Hill song. I didn't know
Yakety
that.
sax.
Yakety sax. We're here to inform you all on the Gore Club podcast. Thank you, Ace. Holy shit. I got to write that down. Yakety sax.
So he runs down the hallway. And he sees Saul, and he's just like, "Get the fuck out of my way!"
I know, not help or whatever.
He hardly even stops, and Saul's like, "What's going on?" He's got like a fucking meat tenderizer at this point, and like,
Yeah.
like, I'll get her.
So at this point, the Max and Jill have been fucking in a coffin, right? And now did they? I forget chronologically. Did they already encounter Stooge? Because now we know Stooge is fucked.
Yeah, probably.
Oh god, yeah.
I mean, no, I'm saying it's probably already happened. We probably just skipped around, but yeah, Stooge murders the shit out of both of them.
He does. He walks in, snaps her head completely around. What a waste of great, fantastic boobs, by the way.
They're nice. Franny's hot.
That's great. That's a great comment there, Ace.
Yeah.
We love you, Jill. And then, this is kind of confusing. He kills Max by slamming the coffin door on his arm,
Oh, yeah.
which
that's
rips
great.
it off. And I guess he just bled out because you don't really see what happens after that.
Yeah, but he's already in a coffin, so
Yeah.
mission accomplished.
Suzanne pops out Jay's eyes when she's riding him, and she turns into a demon, which I think were like actually cherry tomatoes inside of like a mold. So it's like pop, pop. Great effect. This one is cool as well, but I was like, and he's dead? I guess he's dead. All right, Max, you're dead. Sorry, Surgeon. Sorry, Dookie Howser. You're gone. Okay. Stooge to the rescue in a completely opposite kind of way.
Not to jump ahead, but later on, whenever they show back up and the coffin opens and they both jump out, it's very obvious that the guy, the Doogie Howser there, when he jumps out, it's actually him in a costume with makeup, and then Franny is just a puppet that they stuck in there because I don't think they could have fit both of them in the coffin to jump out at the same time.
I never noticed that.
But it is very obvious that she is not like an actual person in there. It's a puppet.
There you go, people. Please go back and watch that scene because I'm going to do it when we're done with this.
God, I want to rewatch it now.
I know.
So where are we at?
It's the Franny puppet.
But it's just like,
And they're running. They're running around. They find Judy. That's what happens.
Yeah, they do.
Saul and Roger found Judy, and they're like, "We need to get the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
And about that time is when they run into the mortuary, right? And then they get attacked by the jumping puppet.
Yeah.
The fucking severed arm.
The 7-arm, the Evil Dead 2-arm.
Yeah, lots of Evil Dead things here. You could tell that Kevin Tenney's a fan.
yeah.
Somebody is. Somebody who worked on this movie was a fan of Evil Dead.
Also,
God.
that girl just running around dressed up like Alice in Wonderland the whole time just reminds me of that Tom Petty video, Don't Come Around Here No More. Like, that's all I'm thinking about the whole time watching
She
the
is
movie.
dressed as Alice in Wonderland.
Man,
Like,
this is
boop, 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 boop.
that video took a dark turn.
That video is dark anyway.
Yeah.
So this is the point where they're like, "Hey, we got to get the fuck out of this house."
Dude, but they don't really leave.
They don't really leave. They
She
keep,
gets scared and goes to the fucking attic.
yeah, they keep saying this, and they keep going up further into the house.
Yeah, they keep every once in a while they'll see like Angela floating on roller skates, obviously towards the camera.
They
or
use that
something.
shot for 3 movies. That
do.
same shot of her floating down the hallways in every movie.
But yeah, what we're talking about is like whenever you see Angela going through the hallways of Hull House, and it's actually really awesome.
It
And
looks
the way
great.
The
I
way
love
they
it.
shot it
Yeah.
and lit it, and how she looks like she's actually floating. But from what I understand, they put the DP in a wheelchair. Had him sit backwards. They pull him backwards, and she's on like roller skates, and that's how they got that shot. And they use it in all 3 fucking movies.
Yeah.
And it's obvious because it's different makeup, and her hair's short, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay. And
She's
okay,
10 years younger by
let's
the
get
third
to-
one.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Judy gets scared and goes to the attic. I don't know why.
Yeah, they all go to the attic. They're trying to
Roger, yeah.
trying to get away.
Yeah.
Roger's like, "I gotta get out of this
Let's
house."
go upstairs.
So they go upstairs, and they all say, "Well, we got to get out. Got to get out." So they go out to the roof,
The veranda.
the veranda. And
I like the Munsters. That's how I found out about.
veranda.
Yeah, that's the first time I'd heard that word used is like in the Munsters episode.
And Angela comes out of nowhere on her roller skates. She's just scooting down the road.
Well,
like,
Stooge shows up. He's like, I know you're here. Well, maybe you're not here. And then disappears. And then, yeah. Fucking.
fucking roller skates.
Judy looks down, sees Roger on the ground. He's like, right behind you, dumb white girl. And there's fucking Angela.
Yeah.
Where you going? The party's just starting.
It's like,
The party's just started.
There you go, Ace. Thank you. Perfect.
And then Sal redeems himself. He's like, "I'll save you." And then
Poor Sal.
and then he gets fucking thrown off. He gets thrown.
The other sensible guy gets thrown off the roof and impaled.
yeah.
Yeah. And
So he's like-
would you call it a Canadian tuxedo?
Canadian tuxedo.
Okay.
He's just like, "Yo, Angela, don't throw me off the roof, yo."
He would just call her Ange, though. He'd be like,
Ange.
"Hey, Ange."
Oh, that's why he does is call her Ange. That's right.
I just did. He's just Tony Danza from Who's the Boss.
So Judy hang drops from like to the bridge, which is if you see the film, it's so how the fuck did she go? It's like 20 feet sideways.
Yeah.
Not just 20 feet down.
And she falls on Roger and tries to kill him.
Fuck, he's your savior. Might as well just knock him out. Fuck it.
Tries to kill him. Don't kill Roger, the most sensible man here.
Yeah.
Well, he was until he went back into the house.
Well, they go back into the house again. Because Stooge chases him inside.
Now, see, that one I couldn't remember how that worked because it didn't make any sense. And it's the I remember the slow-mo rig that they use in Witch Trap as well, where she's falling onto Roger onto the bridge. I was like, yeah, that looks real.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like the Evil Dead 2 when he's flying through the woods.
Oh yeah.
And they end up inside, and I can't remember why.
I think Stooge chased him inside, but then you get to see Linnea again as a demon. And,
You're just making shit up. I like it.
yeah, I'm trying to remember, man. It's after
But back to that.
Dead Sal. They tried to kill Roger with Judy. That's my note.
Is that what your notes are? Oh my god.
You bastards.
Well, they chase him around. They finally end up in the crematorium. Now,
do
the
end up-
crematorium comes back into play. They showed it when they first got into the house, like an establishing shot when they all split up. Now, this set is all made out of wood, and it looks like it's all like the steel door with the sound effects, and even that huge door they use to they lock the demons out into the hallway. It's all made out of wood. It's all like balsa wood, and it's amazing. So the production design in this room is fantastic.
It's amazing it held up with all those demons beating on it, right? so this scene was funny because she gets freaked out because she opens it up. She opens up the furnace. Is like, oh, there's a skull in here. I'm like, bitch, there are demons out in the hallway.
Yeah, and it's a demon skull. If you look at it, it's got fangs and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably what happened.
Yeah, and they're outside beating on the door.
Beating on the door.
Beating the fuck out of it. She just locks it, okay? So instead of the demons using their powers to unlock the door, what do? They pull the cotter pins out.
Yeah.
Because that makes more and more sense. Because they're just coming out one at a time.
There's a lot of stuff that happens in this movie that don't make sense.
Sensible demons.
Okay.
One of them used to be a contractor.
Also, are the demons racist as fuck? Because all they do is keep calling Roger boy.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, constantly.
Oh, because that's the part
You're
where
a good boy.
they're like, we'll let you out.
That's right. This is the scene.
We just want the virgin. How did he say? We just want the virgin. Yeah.
We just want the virgin.
Thank you, Ace.
Be a good boy.
They do. I had watched it. We streamed it at we didn't. We screened it at the Gore Club about 2 months ago, maybe. And one of the patrons was like, "Is this a racist movie, Steve?" I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I was like, "Oh my god, I've never noticed that all the demons call Roger boy. Hey boy." Damn it, Kevin Tenney.
They're demons.
Yeah, they're not supposed to be nice. They might as well be
They're
Nazis.
not nice. They're horrible people. They keep killing people every so many years.
Every Halloween night,
Every Halloween.
if you happen on the Hull House land.
So at this point, they're like, "Hey, this thing has gas going to it."
I don't know how.
They get this bright idea.
They get this bright idea to use the gas that should be turned off in this
they're
ancient
coming
fucking
in,
land.
so they get the pipe. They put it toward.
By the way, pipes don't extend like that.
Yeah,
you can't just pull them out of the fucking incinerator 10 feet to aim it at a door to burn demons as they come through.
At this point, it turns into just fucking flamethrower because they come in the door and they just put a lighter in front of it and they just set on fire.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's great.
Demons hate fire. This is like Frankenstein's monster.
Yes. Well, I think everything hates fire.
I mean, aren't demons born of fire?
I don't know.
Don't they live with the fire?
I don't believe in that shit.
Damn it. Okay, I was going to quote Cain, but fuck it.
All right, well, that too.
I was born to it. Oh, God.
So, all right, so I should trying to find my notes. Back in the house, crematorium, flamethrower.
The thing I remember about the scene is how bad some of the masks look towards the end. I don't know if it was just supposed to be, if this wasn't planned in the scene when they come out and they're all burnt up or not. I mean, there's a lot of people in the scene for basically a one-man crew. I know that Steve Johnson had to get friends to help him. I mean, some of them were Academy Award winners. He's like, hey, I'm fucked right now. This is my movie. I need help. So he got friends to come on, and they were like, at one point when you see Jill, her head's supposed to be turned all the way around, and it's obviously somebody walking with a bad mask on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stooge
because
looks good when he's all burned up.
Stooge looks amazing.
Yeah,
the
he
whole
looks
movie.
great,
Angela
yeah.
looks. You have the primary demons.
Yeah.
right. Well, this is the point where they get out. They're trying to get out, but they still can't get out, and all the demons start coming out of everywhere.
Yeah, you can see Jay with his bleeding eyes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because Angela comes up and she's like, your boyfriend or something like that behind you, the man of your dreams or some shit.
Yeah,
And
Roger jumps to the front window.
Roger fucking pushes Judy down and just jumps through the front window.
Very Marilyn Burns, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh,
He's like,
man.
I've had enough.
Yeah.
I was just rooting
Get
for him
out of
all
the way, white woman.
At this point, in the movie, I'm like, he's got to live.
Yeah.
He's got to live. and he's going out. He's going to the wall.
I'm waiting because it sounds like you're going
just
to drop a bomb on him.
No, I'm trying to remember exactly what happens.
They get to the
wall.
wall.
No. All right, she gets out, and then they get to the wall, and he's like, "Hey, there's this barbed wire being held up by nails. We'll climb up that."
Yeah.
So he's climbing up it, and then the demons start coming out.
Yeah.
Like-
This is the scene I meant. They like really
Like
weird.
Romero zombies. Like they're
Yeah.
very slow all of the sudden. Like
Yeah, the only person that's running is Stooge. He bolts out, and the rest of them are like, "We're coming. Calm down, old dude. God damn."
Roger's like, have you had a tetanus shot? Because we're gonna climb this.
Roger don't give a fuck at this point. he
scales it crazy.
he is up on the wall.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I'm coming, and he falls over. And she's on the other side. She's about a foot off the ground. And all the demons are like zombies. They're like Romero zombies from Night of the Living Dead.
It's like Lucio Fulci, or not Fulci, but Lamberto Bava's demons. Like they're basically Evil Dead, like Evil Dead demons,
Yeah.
and like they're zombies. They're demonic zombies.
And
It's cheaper that way.
They're just grabbing her, and like she's like seriously, she's not even a foot off the ground at this point.
Yeah.
If you watch it, you're like, well, this doesn't make any sense. And at that point, you see Roger. He's on the ground.
No, yeah, he's on the
He's on the ground on the other side. And I was full well expecting him to be like, well,
Later.
fuck you.
I'm going back to the Quickie Mart.
Bye.
But he does jump up to the wall and saves the day and pulls her up.
Yeah.
And the demons can't get past the running water.
Can't cross that stream.
Can't cross the streams. It made sense
sun
in
comes
Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
And then you get to see the demonic head again.
Yeah, the
It's sort
puppet.
Of, yeah, it's sort
Got
of
the
like
glowing
a
eyes.
blah.
they filmed that on like a metallic reflective, whatever it's called. I forgot. It was like, is it lame? Whatever fuck that shit is. Not pink lame. What is that stuff like Elvis used his suits out of? Anyways, that shit, but like the gold one. And then they filmed it on that, and then somebody literally just ran their finger across it to make it warp.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Great effect.
Yeah.
It worked. Demon gone.
Demons. Well, yeah, I guess.
It's daylight.
So they're just
It's All
walking.
Souls Day.
It is daylight, and they're walking back, and like the whole time they've got to be thinking like, what do we tell the fucking cops?
Yeah.
There's
explain
dead
that.
people.
Okay, this is like one of those things. I was like, I want to know what happens right afterwards. All your friends are dead. The cars are still parked down there. When the cops show up,
Well, one, it wasn't Rogers or Judy's car, so
yeah, okay,
They weren't there.
Good point. They're just all your friends, your boyfriend.
There's no
the
evidence.
People that we saw you with. We saw you leave with Jay.
Well, Judy's asshole little brother would probably just rat her out to the cops.
Yeah.
He's like, my butthole sister was out there just partying all night.
but yeah, they're just walking back, and then it sort of you get the scene in a kitchen, and you see the old man from the beginning of the movie.
Oh, the apple pie scene.
He gets and his wife is working, and it's just
Oh wait, my favorite thing is the line that when he goes out to get the newspaper and all the Halloween kids are, it's like the morning after the walk of shame.
Oh, yeah.
Who's walking in front of his house is Roger and Judy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his quote is "rotten pig trash,"
Yeah.
and then he walks back in, and then we have the
and
apple
he
pie
comes
scene.
in and he gets a piece of apple pie, and he's eating it, and his wife's in the background like making something. I don't know. He's that asshole, like she's making breakfast, and he's like, "Oh, there's fucking pie. I'll just eat pie while I make." Very inconsiderate.
He's a piece of shit, anyways.
Anyway, so he's like, "Where did you get these? Where'd you get these apples?" And she was like, "Well, we had some on the counter left over, and I had to use them."
Yeah, there weren't that many trick or treaters this year, honey.
And then his throat just rips open. He managed to swallow a whole razor without noticing at all.
It's a great effect, but it makes no sense.
And-
Like, we've said
and
that too many times.
It's weird
Yeah.
because his whole throat just straight up and down, just open, and he falls face first into his pie. And his wife comes over and kisses him on the head. Now, the
She
question
says, "Happy Halloween, dear."
the question I have to pose to you is, one, did she do it on purpose, or was it an accident?
Oh, it was completely on purpose. Her
Yeah.
her reaction, how happy she is when he's dead in a pile of pie, and she just pats his head,
Yeah.
kisses it, and says, "Happy Halloween, dear."
You know what? She probably got apples when she was younger for Halloween too, and she knew how much bullshit that was.
It was probably her son
Yeah.
in Halloween too.
Yeah.
She had flashbacks, and whenever
Fucking-
he bought the fucking razors, and she probably saw him like from the kitchen, like, and then like the serial killer came out in her, and there you go,
All right.
Grandma serial killer. Happy Halloween.
And then the movie ends.
It does.
It does.
It does end, and it's actually one of my favorite Halloween movies. We're having fun making fun of it, but fuck, I love Night of the Demons.
Oh, it's a
It
10.
is-
Yeah, I
it is
love
a
it.
good movie.
Yeah, and when I go back and watch it, I try to watch movies and just complete slate Don't think about any sequels. Don't think about movies I've seen before. And is this a good movie? Does it hold up?
10 out of 10 lipsticks.
Yeah.
And no, it doesn't hold up as well as like some other movies who had a bigger budget. For the budget it had, and what they went through just to make the film, it looks fantastic still.
Yeah.
They made the right choices with the cameras, the right DP.
This is one of those ones that was a VHS find for a lot of people because
Oh, yeah.
obviously you didn't go to the theater to see it unless you're in Detroit, and
Yeah, or you're a liar.
or you're a
I
liar.
have a lot. Yeah, we all.
Or
have
you know, you saw it at some midnight
Dave
screening or
Grohl
something.
saw it in 1994. When it's a Dave Grohl story for anybody who knows that.
But you know, if you look at the cover, you saw it in the video store, and you're like, holy shit, what is this? And you flipped it over on the back, and that was one of those ones that you were drawn to the cover of the movie, which is right here for people.
yeah.
Grab it, Dave.
People watching.
Read us the back of the box if you want to. Dave is holding the VHS if you're watching this on YouTube.
It's Halloween night, and a group of good time teens.
I'm a good time
Just
teen.
some good time teens.
has broken into an abandoned funeral parlor with plans to raise a little hell. Well, okay, yeah, and that's exactly what they do. For their intrusion has awakened an ancient demonic evil whose hunger for human soul knows no bounds. I would say the bounds are to the stream.
Yeah. They are.
Okay,
Yeah.
we've established that it knows bounds.
The movie knows bounds.
And
They
now the monstrous predator is out, and to turn their Halloween party into an unending celebration of sheer terror, the visual sorcery, special effects, Master Steve Johnson, Nightmare on Elm Street 4, Friday Night, Poltergeist 2, Ghostbusters, delivers a high-voltage shivers and a terrifying encounter of the supernatural kind, so be prepared for an evening of horror you'll never forget. Get ready for Night of the Demons.
Ooh, eat a ball of fuck.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
hell,
great
Dave.
movie. Great movie that spawned some sequels.
A few.
It's
a few
fun.
movies.
And I did watch Night of the Demons Part 2.
I thoroughly enjoyed Night of the Demons 2 as a kid. When I went back and watched it a couple of years ago, and then I just watched it again for this podcast, I think it still holds up. The effects are still really good. Steve Johnson, as I talked about on my 31 Nights of Halloween video, he showed up. Like he was there. Like the Angela Demon scene is amazing. I think we should just touch on the sequels and the remake.
Yeah.
This one's all about the love of Night of the Demons. The first film.
It's so good.
This one's like Night of the Horny Demons because everybody in this movie is so fucking horny all the time.
Save some room for Jesus.
It's just like the movie just opens with just like full frontal nudity right away.
Yeah.
With just guys like spying on them with like fucking like glasses from across the way, just like total sex offenders over there, like looking at these high school girls.
Well, yeah, they're
They're at a Catholic school.
Yeah,
Catholic high school.
Co-ed Catholic high school.
Yeah.
orphanage, something. I don't know.
It's kind of confusing.
I didn't know Catholic school was that cool, but apparently
They're not.
it is in this
They're not.
movie.
Yeah, what Ace is talking about is that like they are hanging out in their dorm, looking across the way at the women's dorm, and everyone has their everyone's in their underwear, and everybody's windows are wide open, and these boys have like binoculars doing like the Animal House, talking about Animal House again, binoculars checking them out, and then you have the nerd who's just like, no guys, you guys are the ones with binoculars.
We shouldn't do that. And then
And they say the FAG word about 1,000,000 times in this
they
movie.
do because it was the 80s, and I think it's probably because Robert Jane, which you would know him from Tremors.
Yeah.
That guy. He probably said it.
Yeah, he's the nerd. He's the one who's into demonology. He's
he
kind of
sucks.
he's the fault of all this.
I kind of
So
don't
the-
like him in this movie. He's just awful.
So to sum up the premise of this movie,
Yeah.
they're at this Catholic school, and Mouse, this girl named Mouse, Melissa, is
Poor mouse.
is Angela's sister.
Yeah, we find that out through plot.
Through plot, you find out that Angela's sister is at this school, and guess where these fucking kids are going to go?
Whole house.
They're going to go to Hull House.
Yeah.
Because they can't go to their dance because they did something. I
They're
don't know.
naughty kids, Dave.
They were naughty kids. So what did they do? They snuck out and went to the devil's house.
So the woman who plays Sister Gloria is Jennifer Rhodes, and she's fucking awesome.
Amazing.
She's the best thing in this film. I don't want to ruin too many things because a lot of people actually I've noticed and talked to don't know much about the sequels.
Two's good.
Especially the third one. The third one's really hard to find, and I actually
Yeah.
own a copy.
I couldn't find the third
And
one.
I didn't think that you all maybe were able to find a copy of it because I couldn't even find one online. I just happened to own a copy of it.
You could basically watch it on VHS, or you can find like a DVD.
That's what I've
like
got, yeah.
$80 or something.
Also, this
somewhere.
is Christine Taylor.
Christine Taylor, everyone knows.
Ben Stiller's wife.
Ben Stiller's
Marsha,
wife.
Marsha.
Dodgeball.
She was
Hey,
in
Dude.
this. I mean, there were
Dude.
She was in a show called Hey Dude on Nickelodeon.
man.
Yeah. Amelia Kincaid is back. Christy Harris is BB.
Who was 16 when they made this
Made me
movie.
feel weird because she's got some
she has
amazing
a nude scene.
attributes. And
Yeah.
apparently on some websites I saw she was ranked, which is really sexist and fucked up.
Yeah.
But that's just
Especially when you're
that's
16.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, guys, this is fucked.
Well, you know one
But then
thing
I noticed that some of the people who were the judges are women, so I'm like, I don't feel nearly as bad. But no, on some of
Yeah.
not all of them, but some of the websites I looked at, I was like, they're ranking people by the way they look. I was like, oh look, it's old Facebook. God damn, dude.
Yeah.
But she's on there, Christy Harris.
Well, this movie also threw me for a loop because rewatching it, you'd see So to set it up a little bit, Angela's back, right? We know this. This is not really a spoiler, and she gets out, and then she has another dance scene, but this time it's to Morbid Angel.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I know,
From
right?
Bauhaus to Morbid Angel.
Playing Rapture, baby.
They have 2 songs in this movie.
Yes, they
Yeah.
do. But there's another lipstick scene. It goes into a body, but not through a boob.
To an orifice.
It goes into an orifice, and that's how you make demons.
That's how you make demons.
Put lipstick inside of yourself,
Yeah.
and you get a demon.
It's a very Evil Dead scene.
It is very Evil Dead again. But yeah, we don't really have to talk a whole lot about this one.
What you got, Ace?
Oh, well, one thing I did learn from this movie is that a kiss is a sin when it's an upper persuasion for a lower invasion.
Oh, yeah, sister. Sister
There,
Gloria.
there are a lot of good quotes from this one. What was
There
it?
are.
Like, so there's the scene. I just gotta. I want to know, like, because there's a scene in the movie where they're making out in this back seat, right? This guy and a girl are making out in the back seat, and it's with Christy Taylor and her boyfriend.
The guy that looks like Tom Petty.
Yeah, the guy that looks like Tom Petty.
Totally.
No, not the guy that looks Tom Petty. It's the other guy. The other guy that loses his head at one point. Okay. Which that's a really cool scene too. Yeah, so they're like making out, and the hand comes out of under from the seat. And
Gets
this
his
is like,
gold, man.
And it's just like, rubbing his dick. And he says, "Oh, you don't want to strike oil just yet. You gotta slow down."
Which is pretty sad on his part. I mean, God, man, like you're just like you didn't get your pants off yet.
Yeah.
It's like she just unzips his fly and just rubs his dick a little bit, and he's ready
He's
to
like,
explode.
oh God.
Well, whose job was it? Did they draw straws for this one? All right, we need a hand for the hand job scene.
I wonder if it was Mimi Kincaid. I'm sorry, Amelia Kincaid.
Yeah, somebody had to do that.
I know.
Was it a union job? I want to know.
I want
Somebody got
stunt.
Somebody find
I want
this out for
stunt
me.
pay.
Somebody got their SAG card just by doing that.
Sack card. This is actually directed by Brian Trenchard Smith. Now, this is one of his lesser known movies, which is kind of weird because if you know his name and if you're into any kind of like exploitation movies, he did Turkey Shoot, BMX Bandits,
Oh, wow.
and Dead
Yeah.
End Drive-In.
Nice.
Right? Now, see, at least I know those movies, but then I didn't even know he directed part 2 until I did homework on this podcast. And I was like, motherfucker, why is this not higher up? Because it's not a bad movie.
Yeah.
If you don't know the first film, you don't know the third film. I mean, we'll get to the third film.
Yeah.
It's actually it's a pretty good fucking movie.
I like it. The whole scene where like the one girl, she like takes her top off and she's like dancing, and then all of a sudden like her boobs turn
the
into
boob
hands.
That's
Yeah.
the boob
And
trick
like
in this
grab
one.
that guy. I was like, that's great. Like
Yeah.
that.
There's always something with boobs in these movies.
You have to have at least one boob trick.
I mean, it was pretty good. She comes out and she's
The
all
editing
like,
is really good in
Yeah.
that scene.
It's a lot goofier than I remember because I've seen it watched it a couple times before I rewatched it this week, but it's like the whole scene where like the nun and she's like, I'm like gearing up like Rambo
Yeah,
style.
totally.
there.
It's a fucking montage
Yeah.
from Evil Dead 2.
Yeah, and
She's
it's-
getting ready for war against the demons, guys.
Yeah.
save some room for the Lord.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
So,
And like that whole part was kind of goofy, like, and it kind of goes for like a Lost Boys kind of vibe for a little bit, because
Yeah.
where they're just like holy water and this like squirt gun, like
Super
and all that.
Soaker.
Super Soaker,
Super
yeah.
Soakers were brand new back then.
I had that same Super
Product
Soaker as a
placement.
kid.
Yeah, product placement for Super Soaker in Night of the Demons 2. I don't think so.
so let's go to Night of the Demons 3. Well, before
Do you have any more on this, Ace? Did you want to, or did you want to expound?
The
upon
only
Night of
thing
the
I
Demons
wanted to do
We'll let Dave read the back of the box after you're done.
The snake at the end of it, where
Oh, I
she turns
forgot.
into the snake.
That is
The
amazing.
picture's on the back of the box, by
That's
the way.
good. The CGI, well, not to spoil the very end of the movie, but like where she opens the thing up and it's like CGI snake, like right in your face. I'm just like, you had to. That's just like the end of the movie. You could have just ended it, but you threw that goofy like Mortal Kombat snake at the end of it.
Yeah, there's some bad effects, but Steve Johnson's effects still hold up. The teeth still look great.
Everything looks great. Just
Mimi
that-
Kincaid's fucking, I don't know, like a dragon, snake, monster, demon. Somehow, by the way, they were able to get the demons out of Hull House. By the way, we haven't even touched on that because we're kind of just going through the sequels and stuff. Do you remember how?
They
Stole
stole
the
the lipstick.
lipstick.
She took the lipstick
right.
out. It was a vessel for demons.
Oh my god! And
like-
it looks like Suzanne's lipstick from the first film
Yeah.
to me.
It's like, you know how you walk into an abandoned house and you just find some lipstick and you just put it on and then take it with you.
That's what I noticed when.
Yeah, that's just that old chestnut.
You
Yeah.
want demons? This is how you get
This is how you
demons.
get demons.
Then they take it back to the house.
Dave, read us the back of the box.
The teenagers from St. Rita's Academy think it would be great. Think it would be killer to party at the haunted house, and they're right. Bad girl Shirley and her boyfriend have some special party games planned, but when Angela, the hostess from hell, unleashes her own brand of trick or treat, teen lust quickly turns to sheer terror. When the kids escape to a church dance, they went to the church dance.
They went to
They
the
do go
church
to the church dance.
Well, at the end, yeah.
They think they've got it made, but the real battle just begins because Angela is summoning her army of teen demons for a blood-curdling contest between the priest and the princess of darkness in this supernatural extravaganza of eye-popping effects and head-turning horror. 96 minutes.
Thanks for the information there, Dave.
The best part about the cover of that movie is the load on the front of it. It just says Angela's throwing another party.
Another
It's like,
party.
oh,
And
wow.
she's eating a cake pop, I think. I don't know.
And this was actually
yeah.
written by Kevin Tenney.
Was it?
Yeah. I thought, well, maybe I'm thinking of the part 3.
No,
Part
no,
three.
this
yeah.
isn't.
This was actually written by Joe Augustine and James Penzi, which is his only fucking film he ever did. There you go. Joe
Yeah.
Penzi fans.
As far as part 3 goes, don't have much for it. Again, I didn't get to watch it.
I didn't think that you all had.
I've seen it a couple times.
Also known as Demon House.
It's like the guys. The most memorable part is the guys. They rob the convenience store, and then they shoot the cop, and then the cop had a bulletproof vest on.
This
and
is the
they-
greatest plot ever.
And then they're like running away, and they end up going to Whole House and meet up with these other people, and
Oh my God, Ace.
I can't remember a whole
And
lot
it's
about
Halloween
it.
night.
There's
Okay.
probably a reason why you can only buy this for $50 on DVD that's out of print.
It's hard to find, and this one actually is written by Kevin Tenney. And the screensaver, or the beginning of the movie looks like a screensaver, by the way, and like the music from NYPD Blue. That was my notes. Okay, the quality level is even worse. Kevin Tenney actually thought this was going to be a good movie. That's why he contributed to it. It's super 90s. Like if you want to watch a 90s movie, if you can find this movie,
Yeah.
this is the movie for you.
Just like the original was super 80s.
Yeah, it was though.
It was.
It definitely was. Let's see. The thing I remember that when I rewatched it is like the Hull House by this time has been torn down. In reality, it's now I think it's called a Ralph's, like one of those like department stores.
It's like Ralph's from like Big Lebowski.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
The real Hull House
Yeah.
has been torn down, and that's what it is now. So they took the old exteriors of Hull House, and that's what you see. And then when they go in, it's like a brand new fucking house.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. They
Yeah.
tried to add some cool lighting. This is someone's mansion.
Yeah.
And then here's the funny thing: they'll pop those scenes in of Angela floating down the hallways with all the rotten hallways.
Yeah.
And then she turns and it's like, what beautiful
Yeah.
bleached walls and like somebody's real house. Let's see. The kids are mostly annoying. That's why I have some notes here.
Yeah. The effects aren't great. They're not as good as the first ones. The first two, I don't.
No. This movie was made for much less money. The shootout you're talking about at the very beginning of the movie makes no sense. Okay, the kids just go buy some beer illegally.
Yeah.
One guy's like, "Here's my ID." He's like, "What are you? This is bullshit." And of course, the guy who kind of looks like Dan Roebuck from Devil's Rejects or something.
Yeah.
He's the strip club manager in Devil's Rejects.
Yeah.
He looks just like him. And then one of the kids just pulls his shotgun away, starts shooting everybody. Cops showed up. People get shot. People go through a window, and it's like, I just wanted beer.
Yeah.
What are you fucking doing, man? So they have to take off. They take off, and where do they end up? Fucking Hull House.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. Let's go there. And they know the legend of Hull House.
Maybe they thought cops couldn't cross running water. When was the last time
Because cops are demons, Dave.
When was the last time a cop went to Hull House? It's been years.
I'm pretty sure if you were getting chased by a cop, I'm pretty sure if it was like a large body of water, it's like, fuck it.
So Amelia does another dance. And she's obviously 30, and this guy looks like he's 18. Cool.
Yeah.
She looks nothing like, her dress is different. She's not wearing the tiara. They didn't care. That's what I meant like earlier when we were talking about Night of the Demons. Like in the sequels, they just didn't care about continuity. Some people are just like that.
Yeah. There's a lot of years in between the sequels.
This one came out in 97.
Yeah, like the second one came out in 94.
It doesn't take much to pull up a fucking VHS and go back when you're writing a screenplay and go, well, whatever, this doesn't make sense. Or like,
Her makeup looks way different.
it is.
Yeah.
It's way different, and they only shoot it in close up.
Yeah,
When
I
you
don't like
see
that.
When you see it doesn't look awful, but it's like they filmed all of her makeup scenes in one night with black behind her and close up of her face. That was it.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's so many things about this movie that nobody's going to understand because it's so hard to get a hold of. They forget. Okay. They make the black guy who gets shot in the stomach, like Reservoir Dogs style, in the movie. His guts are fucking blown out. But anytime he turns into a demon, he's pop locking.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, guys, you couldn't have done. That's not a good look.
Yeah.
And then the only time he gets up, he's moaning like he's having some weird fucking orgasm through the whole movie. And then he gets beckoned. I remember this by Angela, and he's like, I'm horny enough to be, I'm okay now. And he just gets up and he runs around, and then he gets killed. He gets ran over by a van, and then he becomes a demon that way. And then he's literally doing like breakdancing moves. I'm like,
So they
I'm gonna finish this fucking movie, but not a good look, guys.
Yeah.
So they broke the makeout rule. You have to make out or be bitten by a demon, guys. Just remember that.
So Night of the Demons 3, if you can find it, seek it out. You might not. I don't hate it.
No, I mean, I'll watch it
takes
again.
It takes a lot for me to hate a movie, but that part of them making the black guy having to like pretty much breakdance everywhere he goes when he's a demon, I was like, that's not cool. It wasn't cool at all. Let's move on to 2009.
Yeah, this is
I watched this for the first time yesterday. So.
Holy shit!
it's not-
okay. I'm excited because I didn't know that. I saw it when it first came out. It got Kevin Tenney and Steve Johnson both liked the remake,
yeah.
but I don't know why.
Yikes.
It's really not that bad. But
I look at all these movies as if there's nothing before that, even if it's a remake.
you get a Linnea Quigley cameo.
It sucks she's in the movie for less than 2 seconds, and it's in the first 5 minutes of the film.
Yes.
Yeah.
She is wearing her costume in this.
Yes. So this movie works a little bit different. So this movie, you have Shannon Elizabeth, who is Angela.
Yep.
Who worked at Taco Bell?
Who worked at Taco Bell. She's having a party at Hull House.
Another party?
She's having a party at Hull House.
One more party. But this is the first one. Since
This is the first one. It's a remake.
Sorry.
So Angela's having
It's a
this
reimagined party,
A
damn
party at Hull House, and Edward Furlong, who's her ex-boyfriend and a meth dealer, apparently.
Pretty haggard in this movie, too.
I was talking to Steve earlier. I made the joke. It's probably inappropriate, but they didn't even have, like, Edward Furlong just showed up to the set to sell people meth. They're like, hey, here's a script. You want to be in this movie?
Why did he even have to be in this movie? Because you already got Shannon Elizabeth. That's some name recognition. Who's going to see this movie and be like, oh, Edward Furlong in 2009? I want to watch this. Haggard John Connor.
This is the movie he met Monica Keenan on, and they've been together since. And there's a lot of bad. If you want to get personal in these people's lives, it doesn't really. It's no one's business. But sometimes I like to know what the fuck is going on if I'm going to support someone.
Yeah.
He has been arrested many times for domestic abuse, and they're still together. She still supports him.
Yeah.
That's their prerogative.
Monica for the Freddy versus Jason? Monica?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, she's the star of this movie.
Yeah.
And they met on this set, and it's love at first punch, I guess. I don't fucking know, man.
He got arrested in Kentucky for trying to like steal lobsters from a tank in a Walmart to like free them
Yeah.
or something.
Hey, man, I've been on hard times. I've been homeless. I understand being fucked by the world, but a lot of his choices are his own.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get into this.
So back to Night of the Demons.
Yeah,
so
back
anyways,
to it.
Angela, Shannon Elizabeth is having this party.
She's
and
having an actual party
Yeah,
because
this-
there's more than 6 people
This
there.
this one's a fucking rager, man. Like
Yeah.
there are people dancing everywhere, and there's there's fucking shots. They got a bartender and everything. Guess
This one
what?
is set in New Orleans. They moved, or New Orleans. I'll redeem
Yeah.
myself from the last episode.
No,
New Orleans.
I got a message on our Gore Club on the YouTube channel. It was like, by the way, it's New Orleans.
New Orleans.
You don't
All right.
say New Orleans, white boy. I was like, okay. It wasn't like white. It was pretty funny, whoever they sent it to me. But thank you.
So
You're correct.
So cops can apparently cross water. Because in this, well, actually, you know what? They don't even establish the water in this one, so fuck it. We still don't know if cops can pass over running water.
This movie was made for $10 million.
It was made for $10 million, and it's a lot more. That is more than all 3 of the previous movies combined.
It's insane.
They spent it all on the soundtrack, by the way, which kicks ass.
Yeah, the soundtrack is
$8 million of
yeah,
that
it's
went
like
to Peter Steele.
typo negative. I
You've
mean,
got
there's-
45 Grave, Concrete Blonde, The Ghastly Ones, Haunted Garage,
Wednesday 13,
TSOL,
Wednesday
Wednesday
Murder Dolls.
13, Typo Negative, and Goat Whore.
yeah, it's a really good soundtrack. Because I was watching it the other day for the podcast, and Rachel was in the other room. She's like, "Is that Wednesday 13? Is that
Yeah,
typo
man.
negative?" I'm like, "Yeah, I forgot all these were in here." Anyways,
Well,
cops
it's
come.
kind of a throwback to an 80s soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's great.
It is.
Yeah, and Goat Horse from New Orleans, so it fits.
Yeah. New Orleans, you said it correctly.
They were just playing down the street, and they were like, "Fuck it." So, same thing. Party gets broken up, and then there's 7 people left. Right?
Yeah.
They hid Edward Furlong threw his meth to the basement, and then they have to go to the basement to find his meth.
Yeah.
And
And there are 7 people, which is the exact same thing in the
Yes.
first film.
So
7 people.
so they found a room with fucking 7 skeletons. 7 skeletons in the room. And they're
I'm
like,
laughing because my favorite line comes from this scene. Go
Where's
ahead.
the Roger in this movie where you find skeleton? You find dead bodies in the basement. You're like, I'm out of here, man.
It's Edward Furlong. He does try to leave.
Yeah, he's trying to leave the sensible Edward Furlong.
sensible meth addict.
He's the Black Pirate.
He's something. Anyway, so Shannon Elizabeth tries to steal the skeleton's gold tooth, and it bites her.
Yeah.
You're looking for.
I got nothing, baby. I remember the scene being so fucking funny because she's.
Yeah.
I guess she's so hard up for money because the reason she does this, she's an event planner, Angela, Shannon Elizabeth's character. So this is the party. It's like she needs to make money, or her and her awesome cat are going to be on the street. That's the whole beginning of the movie, and then. The cops bust in because she was charging the door. Tiffany Shippish is doing the door.
Lovely Tiffany
Yeah.
Shippish.
And
she runs off with the fucking
She takes
money.
off with a shit ton of their money. So she's fucked. So yeah, she sees a skeleton with fangs on this basement floor of this house. That
Gold
she went
tooth.
with a gold tooth, and she's like, "I'm taking it."
Yeah.
and she gets bitten.
and it bites her.
It bites her. Now you're a demon. I hope
Yeah.
you're happy.
And they even say that fucking skeleton just bit you. Like this. Okay, let's go. Let's go now. Let's go.
so
home.
this movie sort of plays out like the other one, but
It's very demons.
it is
like demons, like the
Yeah.
I keep saying Fulci, but Bava.
Bava.
Yeah,
yeah,
thank you.
it's very much like the Bava demons. So they establish in this one that the demons are outcasts from hell. Like they were so bad they got
They
cast
have a
out.
backstory in this.
No, there's a quote on that scene where they go, "What kind of demons get cast out of hell?" And then one of them, the girls, goes, "These ones." And I was like, "That's the line you went with? These ones?"
These ones.
I'm like, you could have like idiot. Like somebody heard that and they're like, keep it in the movie.
People die.
Keep
pretty,
rolling.
Oh, also, you can be turned by a demon by fucking a demon because in this
In
one,
the ass.
in the ass, because there was a sex scene and a guy was turned into a demon and she's just on all fours and she's like, if you're gonna put it in there, you're gonna have to, and then it just goes straight in and she's a demon.
She's a demon. I mean, if I'm going to be a demon, that's how I'm going to spread the wealth.
Spread the wealth, but
Safe sex.
Well, the thing
Yeah.
I like that they kind of kept it where it's Shannon Elizabeth. She gets possessed first in this one instead of the Suzanne character, which is the name is in this character. I mean, in this film, and she uses her kiss to infect the first guy who fucks his ex-girlfriend in the other part of her anatomy.
But yeah,
Cool.
so the demons are trying to find a way back into hell because they want to go back for some fucking reason.
Fuck Earth, man.
And the only way they can do it is if they possess 7 people
On Halloween
On
night.
Halloween, so it's the same thing, but they do bring back the lipstick scene. It's a little bit different. One of the
Somebody
characters
have that, please?
one of the characters walks into the bathroom, and he sees the Suzanne character
Yeah.
sitting there, and she's got the lipstick, and she shoves it in her boob, like Linnea.
That's
And then
very,
she's-
very. It's
and
the
then
same.
she's and then she's sitting there or standing up or something, and like
She's
blood
sitting on the
starts.
sink, yeah.
the blood starts rushing out of her crotch area, and then the fucking lipstick just falls out, and he just runs away, which is an appropriate response.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
And
just walks into the next room and
he
says,
went-
"I think there's something wrong with her."
He's like, something wrong. He's like, she shoved lipstick in her boob and it fell out of her pussy. That is the exact line from the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
No
is.
embellishment. Delivered the exact same way. But so the movie goes,
Oh, man.
and they have to kill. They have to possess everybody.
Yeah.
But soon enough, you get their version of Doogie Howser.
Yes,
Okay,
that's
spell
right.
doctor.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
And then you get Edward Furlong, and then you get
Edward
Matt-
Furlong is just dressed up as a drug dealer.
Yeah, he's just drug
Monica Keenan is like, I guess, a zombie, really
Yeah.
fucking hot
Yes.
zombie.
And then
Two cats.
Yeah, I call them cat cleavage.
Yeah.
The cat cleavage twins.
Oh yeah.
So, I didn't finish rewatching it because I had something else to do.
Well,
I didn't think we'd go that far into this movie.
well, that.
Well, I
Shannon
definitely wanted to
Elizabeth-
touch upon it.
Oh yeah, I remember the demon orgy. That's about the time I was like,
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
really have time
They're
for this.
playing. I have to go back a bit. There's my favorite scene. It has my favorite line from Edward Furlong is they're playing Spin the Bottle after they just discovered all of the fucking corpses in the basement. They can't get out, by the way.
Yeah.
So they're just like, well, we're fucked. Let's just hang out in the house and play Spin the Bottle. And Edward Furlong is like, you know what sucks, man? There are dead bodies in the basement and you guys are playing fucking Spin the Bottle.
Yeah.
That sums up most of this movie.
Yeah. Then they make those two guys kiss.
Yeah.
And it's so homophobic. I'm
Yeah,
like,
big time.
wow, guys.
3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Yeah, and they kind of dragged that out a bit, Mitch. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, this isn't, come on. It's like using the FAG word in part 3 or part
Yeah.
2 a million times.
Yeah.
It's very much a product of its time, and you can tell this is 2009. We're still have not got
still.
here to the
Yeah.
point where, come on, grow up, man. You're not even. This is not even high school people. These are
Yeah.
fucking obviously college age kids
You're
who
just
all
like-
fuck each
It's
other.
like we're all at this party wanting to fucking suck, so let's go.
Right.
That should have been the tagline of this movie.
And speaking of Evil Dead, there's a whole scene in the basement where like the roots of the house try to kill everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're trying to. They remember there's a tunnel that connects them to the next land, so they're trying to figure out a way. The demons are all over the place, and the demons decide to crawl on the ceiling, which is the slowest way to get to anybody.
Yeah.
Instead of just walking down the hallway,
They literally could have walked faster.
they could have.
These demons don't know what they're doing. They burn cardio weird ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Monica Keenan is great. This was before Freddy versus Jason. She had done mostly television and a couple of bit parts in like teen movies and things like that. What do you got, Ace?
I was gonna say like Shannon Elizabeth, like in the original one, like Amelia Kate looks like she was like oh, it's just like they get an actual goth, like she looks goth and kind of like spooky, whereas like Shannon Elizabeth in this movie looks like they just went to Spirit Halloween and got a goth costume and put it on her with like a really shitty wig and it was like
Maybe they stopped by Hot Topic.
yeah, it was like got some fishnets from Hot Topic, and then they were like, "Hey, dance to this Typo Negative song you've probably never heard before."
Exactly.
Where like the first one, I think that like maybe Amelia Kincaid did listen to Bauhaus. She kind of looks like she could dance to it.
The quality of the film is actually pretty good. The effects are good. I think the gut wrenching scenes, like when she bites off Suzanne's face.
Yes.
That's
yeah.
the
I
best
like that.
demon in the whole movie. And then when Edward Furlong, we're gonna spoil the fuck out of this movie. Everybody dies. But Edward Furlong and the guy who plays the Doogie Howser role, they have the worst demon faces. It's the cheapest, shittiest mask they could have found.
Yeah.
And they just painted them with some blood. And I was like, I guess they were needing a couple of extra kills in this movie. And
Well, there's
didn't-
like tons of digital effects where they just instead of just doing makeup on somebody, it's just like CGI face, and
Yeah.
it's like really annoying. I hate that.
The bleeding room scene. There's all these things. If you have not seen the Night of the Demons remake, you should try to just check it out. You might.
all the eyes are digital, like all the demon eyes.
Yeah, they are.
digital.
Yeah, the budget was fucking $10 million. It only made 64,000.
Well,
Yeah, it should have.
I remember when it came out at the video store. I was like, "Fuck it, I'll watch it." And
The
I watched
cover,
it.
I mean, even the cover of it, like even the artwork for the box, I remember seeing that. It's just kind of like some hands coming out of the ground.
Yeah.
And it's like, even that's just not even like, you'd walk right past that, seeing it in a store somewhere.
Yeah,
Which in 2009 was about the end of a video store almost. So
didn't do much for me. No, and you're right. I don't know. I'm just looking at pictures from this movie. Like, wow, these are fucking awful.
Well, I guess we should wrap this up for our Night of the Demons episode, which was interesting to say the least.
Yeah,
we love the first movie. That's why we spent all of our time and most of our notes and our homework on that. And I knew we were just going to kind of touch on the other ones. So that's it. That was the whole plan, and mission accomplished, as George Bush would say.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Awful, Steve. Awful.
yeah, that's it. So who's your favorite character from the?
I knew you were going to do that to me, you fucking dick.
From the whole franchise, not from the first movie, but okay. Yeah,
Roger.
Well, Roger's mine too.
Okay, well then I'll go Suzanne because I like Linnea Quigley, but it doesn't make sense. Okay. No, you know what? I'm going to go with Mimi Kincaid. She doesn't get enough love in these movies, and she's the whole reason that, like, you see the movie posters. She's the star. Amelia Kincaid, the pet whisperer.
You know what I think about that pet whispering thing? You think she shows her animals her movies and asks them how she did?
No.
I don't know how this works. I'm sorry. Maybe that's ignorant of me. I don't know. But I'm going to go with Roger because Roger is the most realistic character from any horror film. And it's not like even they weren't even trying to be goofy with it. He's just like, fuck this, and gone.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure the dude got the script and be like, so I live, and there's no catch. I'm just run away from everything.
Okay, I'm going to go with Sister Gloria then, damn it. She's like the fucking evil.
That's a close second.
She's Ash, and we're like, what's his face from Demons? Like, you know, he becomes like the samurai sword and the motorcycle.
Yeah.
Like her suiting up, changing her habit, and getting like in like almost brain dead mode. Like, I kick ass for the fucking Lord.
She's like Night of the Demons 2, back in the habit.
Yeah. Exactly. Ace
doesn't have to answer.
I'm gonna go with Franny. I'm gonna go with Franny.
Are you serious?
She's hot.
Oh.
I like her.
All right, yeah, she didn't
She didn't get enough respect. She's barely in the movie.
It's true.
This could have been a big thing for her, but they fucked it up.
She's also in Sleepaway Camp 3, which is cool.
Oh, Jill is?
Yeah.
No, nice.
Yeah.
Well, the more you know.
The more now, ding, we're here to inform you as well as make you mad at us.
Yes.
Well, I guess let's get out of here, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. This is one of our Halloween episodes. Dave, take us out of here.
You can find us on, well, you've already found us if you're listening, but you can also find us on Anchor FM, Breaker, Google Podcast, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Castbox, YouTube, Facebook, MySpace.
We're now in 35 countries.
35. What was the new one?
I don't remember. I like that you're looking up from my list to be updated. It's not.
Bulgaria?
That was 2 months ago.
Man, that's somebody. That's got to be weird. Hi, Bulgaria.
Love you guys. We're out of here.
Bye.
Bye.